Hello and welcome everybody. Just let me get the comments up. Thanks for everyone jumping on. Excellent. Good to see you all. We've got a couple of guests coming on this evening, hopefully. So, excellent. Mark Lewis is in. Thomas, Twig One, Captain Caveman, Adrian, Urban Lad Yorkshire. Yeah, a lot of you have jumped on from Exploring with Carl. Great video, that. Always like that place behind us, like you see. Yeah, cool explore. So I'll introduce our first guest because he might have to shoot off soon or something. So when he's ready. There he is.
Hello.
You right, mate? How's it going?
Not too bad. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty good.
Yeah, I've just somebody's got a problem and they may need me to go and give them a lift because car issues, so they're stuck. So waiting to see what's happening. So if I have to take a call, I apologise, folks. But I don't want to see a mate. I don't want to see a mate stuck out in the middle of nowhere and it's late at night, and so
that's it. You can't be stranded in the middle of nowhere. Can I just say big thanks to David for sharing us out? Excellent, David Clark. I should say David Drone Adventures. Thanks. Yeah, keep saying there David Clark because that used to be his old channel, but he's changed his name. So excellent. And we got Loopy Lou in. Excellent. Nice to see you, Loopy Lou. We've got Darren. Nice to see you in, mate. Yeah. Basically, what I've been doing this week, I've been doing these videos and doing the Bellevue one. You've done one of them there, and
well, thanks to you. Yes, thanks to your advice. It was a good place to go to. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah,
I got to see Taffy throw up because of that sausage.
Oh yeah, that's funny. That hilarious. Yeah, cool.
A 2-year-old sausage, and he's like, do you think it's off? I said, well, I don't know. And he goes, he smelt it. And he went, oh. Classic.
So they didn't even taste it. They just smell it, like you said.
Sniff that sausage.
Good job he didn't take a mouthful first.
Oh God, that could have been lethal.
Oops. Yeah.
But it was like a bratwurst, it was like one of these ones that goes on a hot dog rolling machine, and it just goes to show, like after 2 years, what's in that crap? Because it just looked like the day it was made. You know what I mean? It didn't look discolored. It was just like in this little plastic thing, and it was like, but it was obviously horrible.
Yeah. So we've been like saying cracking on with that, and I've got over 2 hours of footage, so it's got to be a long one. But I can break that up because there's 2 types of videos in one there. Because I did go back and managed to film the Bellevue farm that they were uncovered before they started demolishing the actual works.
Oh yes, that was the historic stuff that they found under the ground.
Yeah.
Are we going to go in? Are we going to get to see this famous bit that we missed? The Greyhound. What was it? The vet room or something, wasn't it?
The X-ray room and the dog kennels itself, the conditions and what the dogs were kept in. So we've got well-known unknown in. Excellent. Nice to see you, mate. But basically, it won't be coming out this week. Like I say, I'm just going through it. I was working on it today, and I tried to move something, but something went wrong. So I pressed the back button, but something didn't happen. So I pressed it a few times, and things started happening. So it's like a bit of a delay. So I got to redo. You're right, T4 Twitter, Tom. I seen you in the chat. I was going to let you in a minute. So basically, I thought, right, can't go through it now because it's too long to watch all the way through and suss out what's been changed, if you know what I mean. It's like spot the difference. So obviously my live stream's coming up and Carl had his premiere coming on, so I called it a night for that one. It's been crazy around here for traffic as well. Yesterday there was another car on its roof.
Yeah.
And today, as at a T-junction, turning left, waiting to turn left. And I noticed a moped go past and a few cars. So nothing of it. Drove off. Further down the road, all the cars have stopped and the car spedded, and this guy on the moped was like rubbing his leg and pulling his bike up off the floor. Crazy.
Oh dear.
You know, Tom?
Hello.
All right there, Mr. Tom.
How's it going?
It's not bad, mate.
It's not bad, mate.
It's all right, like, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell.
That's fucking smart, that is.
Happy fucking days, like.
Chocolate.
How's it going?
Chocolate heaven, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm hearing you on about. Did you go on an explore together then, or something? Is that what you're on about?
Yeah, then no. Who talk about me and Carl or me and Matt?
You and Matt.
Well, yeah and no, but I didn't film it when he was there because I let him go in first because I was going to go back and film.
Yeah, you didn't want to jeopardize your visit, did you? Because you were friendly with the people there. So if you just jumped the fence, it might have jeopardized your proper visit.
Yeah, sort of thing like it.
Yeah, I was just listening then. I was like, has he actually been with Matt, or has he been with someone else, or what's the crack with
Yeah, the dirty slag. It's been with everyone.
You'll have to watch the video to find out what's what with that one.
Yeah, man.
Like I
It
said,
sounds good, though.
There's 3 parts to it. So I'm going to like probably do 3 films basically. Like you say, one's about the farm. That's obviously no one knew it was there. Probably loads of people walked over it while doing the explores and stuff. Found out a lot of information on that. And like you say, the main explore video is, like you say, with all the footage, it's over 2 hours long. So break it all down in like 3 parts.
Nice.
So
That's a good idea.
So the first part, I might do the outside, get ready to get in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a long bit anyway. And then the next part will be obviously the full explore, and the third part is the history on the farm.
Nice. Sounds a good video, man.
Oh, been like Yorkshire.
Ooh.
Well done, yeah, you can do, mate, if you want.
All right. How's you all been anyway? How's you all doing and stuff? You know.
Not bad.
Not too bad. Yeah. I'm being a piggy. I've got one of these gut biotic drinks. Then I've got G Fuel, which is, like this is recommended by PewDiePie, and that makes me awake. I'm like this.
Have you had the tropical one of the G Fuel? Oh, mate, that's banging that.
I'll have to check out whether it's got the same ingredients because I get on quite well with this one. So I've just bought another one of these, actually. I just bought a second one. So they're quite good. I recommend them. Secret Vault recommends them, and he's not getting paid to say that because it's frigging expensive. 30 quid for that tub.
Wow.
How's the GoPro doing, Matt?
All right, actually. Sorry, I've got a mouthful now. Look at me. Why am I eating food when I'm on a live stream? Sorry, folks. I took it up the park and I filmed in 25 frames a second and 30 frames a second, and I just went for a walk and I was being quite rough. I was thinking I should put the footage out really just to show people, what it's like. But I was just basically walking around like that and being fairly rough with it. And it's just locked on solid. It's really good. and if you tilt it, it stays straight. So it stays straight, and it just sort of does a really good job, you know. So because you can get it properly wet, you know, you can douse it because it's waterproof. They seem like they're not too much. They're a pretty good option for people, actually. I think you couldn't, you know, you might not be too bad if for daylight stuff. Not brilliant for night stuff, but then if you've got a big light, that will probably take care of it. But I put it on 6,400 ISO, which is like the maximum. And oh boy, that image looked crap. It looked like something out of a newspaper where you have all these like lines and dots going over everything.
I did watch a video, of that when you went in the garden and stuff.
That's it.
But I have got the GoPro 9, the Hero 9, and I've been using that for the last 12 months. And with the you know, the lens mod on it and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got that. So it does like that. It increases the horizon leveling, so you can turn the camera all the way upside down and it's still level.
You like Marcus?
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't realize that. Hi, Marcus.
How do, guys? You all right?
Hello. I think the secret is keep it down to 800 ISO, right? If you keep it down to that, you don't get the horrible effects. But that's all I'll say on that one now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I normally keep mine on like 400 minimum and like is it 1,200 maximum? I think on 60 frames, 180p. You know, one of them.
1080p.
Horizon leveling and 1080p and wide lens with horizon leveling.
Excellent.
Is it the same one as Matt's you've got?
Well, I've got the 9.
The same sort of,
This is the 9, yeah. I've got the 9.
You got, Matt?
You take the front off like this, don't you? You take that off, and you
got
put on the special lens.
This is the one with the wide lens. Yes, see it?
Yeah,
super wide.
It's got a super wide lens with the 9. But I have got the 10, but I haven't used it yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I have got the 9 with the wide lens, and you can switch the 9, the wide lens over to the 10. So if you brought the on the subscription, that's what I did. I brought the wide lens on the subscription because it's cheaper before you cancel it, like you were saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to check that out because I'm thinking, you know, what I'll do is when I do the next explore, I'll just put it on a headband and I'll just wear it on my head or on my chest, you know, because you need something that you can run around with, like, you know, be quite active with. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I brought all the stuff when I got the subscription. I brought the microphone kit as well, but it isn't really that good. You know, this part here, what you put onto the it's got external mic on, but it's only backward. You can only pick between settings from the front or the back. You can't have both. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like you can't have between both. You've got to have between like the back or the front. That's it.
Now, how does that actually connect? Because it doesn't have anything. It doesn't have a connector. Oh, yes, it does. It does have a connector.
Yeah. It's where are we? We're on the side here. Yeah, there's like a connector. You can pull the back off your GoPro. You know, like the where are we here? Because I seen you, Matt. You snapped a little piece off here, innit? And you were saying you're going to have to glue it back on and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done yet. I assume that's the microphone is hidden underneath there.
Yeah, that's the waterproof part of the microphone, that. But you can actually snap this off, like, you know, the battery part.
Yeah.
That just pulls off, that does.
And that allows you to slide it into something else which replaces that battery compartment.
And then you can just, where are we here now? You can just open that up and then just slide that in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah, I've just taken mine off. Yeah. what looked good to me is somebody was telling me that you can get a replacement door that has a USB thing in it. So you put it on, and then you close it, and then it's got a USB thing on the outside. So you basically you can plug it into a battery that's like on your chest or something, or a battery pack.
Yeah,
so
that's
you can
it.
just run it for hours then.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Because it did burn through the battery very quickly when I was on it. I think I filmed 20 minutes and it had gone down. I think it was down to about 60%. So that probably means you'd be killing it about 40 minutes. So
I take it yours is the 10th one, Matt, the latest one. And you said it's got a built-in stabilizer.
Yeah.
It's got all that. Yeah.
It's not got a gimbal built into it.
It's about the battery though and all that. It's got the gimbal, but I use mine on like an actual stick, like a selfie stick.
Yeah.
And that stables it as well. But you don't have to have like an actual gimbal and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's the only trouble. That's the only trouble with
question I'm trying to ask, if we can get around to it.
Go on.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a cramp in my leg now.
Well, we were ready for you, but then you just had a cramp in your leg, so it's not our fault now, is it?
In the last video, I filmed it on a mobile phone, and obviously you know how bad they are, just holding it with your hand.
Yeah.
So in this editing gear, there's like a stabilization. But what I've noticed is when you're using that, it zooms in a bit, and like basically pops out. Is that what that does up in ECU, like a chip built in?
No.
I think it is in these. It is cropping in, but what it is the sensor is much bigger than the image you ever see. So if you go full sensor and you turn off horizon leveling, you do actually see a wider image. It's actually slightly bigger, but once you go into horizon leveling, that is designed to be horizon leveled.
It puts that thing off, doesn't it? The is it
fish
the
eye?
Fish eye cuts. Yeah.
You can have that turned on. It's called linear mode, where it straightens the edges, but that goes in. So if you have linear mode turned on, then it's not so fisheye. It's straight, but it does cut in slightly. But it can still level in that. But I think every time you have one of these modes turned on, you kind of do crop a bit. So you can have super wide, which is bent on the edges. That's sharper.
That's when you have that maxi lens adapter thing. When you put that on, that cuts that out. That cuts all of it. Like the fish eye lens and stuff. When you have that mod on, that cuts it all out, and it's like proper. You can have it on wide, multi-wide lens, and you can't see that the circle at the edge.
Yeah,
sort of thing. Yeah,
but I think the good thing about them is, as opposed to this, which I love and has a good image, is you can't get this gimbal wet. You do damage if you've got water in there, and this is not waterproof at all. So when it starts raining, this has got to go away. Or you can pull out an umbrella, which I've done in the past, which means you can continue to keep using this, but.
I've been on full downpour, like torrential rain, with the GoPro still recording, and it works well every time.
That's
no umbrella or nothing.
Like I've got one of them DJI pockets, and I go to a lot of wet places. So, like Matt's saying, I've got to be careful with that all the time, and that's why. And if you go to places like that, I have my head cam with a helmet on. You know what I mean? It just makes sense, and put that somewhere safe so it don't get splashed.
I have actually just brought the chest mount, for the GoPro. I got it today. I thought, I'll go have a look around with it and stuff. And it is a good idea. You should definitely recommend that for the GoPro chest mount.
My son's got the strap for one.
Like the Bob Love, Secret Vault. I like that name as well. Fucking Bob Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like what else has been up to this week? It's not had a chance to say yet.
I know, it's like
Oh, I've been busy, buddy. You know what I mean? I've been rocking out with me. Yeah, it's definitely been out anyway. You know what I mean?
You've been having your cock out.
I was just going to say that, rocking out with your cock out.
Yeah, it's like I'm living the dream, but I just don't have no one to pay for it for me. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to say.
I'm having to work. I'm having to work. I know you've got a sugar daddy, mate. I know you've got. I know.
I was waiting for it.
I just got this image. I just got this image of urban lad Yorkshire with a t-shirt on, driving a big lorry going down the road, and yet he hasn't got no pants on, and he's just all hanging out, like, you know, just driving there, but nobody can see because he's so high up. Nobody can see in.
Here, Matt. I never wear pants when I'm driving, buddy. You know what I mean?
It's always short.
I'll put lights on now so that. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm in a dogging lay-by. I don't want no one coming to the window. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mr. Yorkshire, you can't beat a good old sugar daddy.
Oh, I'm all dressed up.
You can't beat a good old sugar daddy, mate. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you always look like you're in a bloody Caribbean sort of location because you've got like your you know, you're always wearing your mankini.
That's it, yeah. Well, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I ain't getting so hot. I'm gonna take my clothes off.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I've been packed up a while. How's things anyway, guys? How's things going?
Happy days, mate. Happy days. The sugar daddy's going well.
Yeah, listen, mate. I would definitely stop sending pictures of your cock to someone because, honestly, seriously, you know what I mean? It's like,
no one's complained about the slong, mate.
No,
no one's complained about the slong yet.
You must have a decent penis and that to get all the stuff you get it. Jesus Christ!
And the money, it fucking must be.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking.
From your last video, what you put up, that pub getting burnt down, the leopard.
Oh, yeah.
The day after, when you went down, could you smell anything, or did it just smell like burnt wood, burnt factory or building?
I walked round the back, and the policeman told me don't film, but I could smell petrol, bad petrol, yeah, as if someone had tipped like thousands of gallons of petrol in there or something. It was if like I spilt some petrol in the on the petrol pump. You know, when I walked around the back.
Strong, yeah, really strong.
Really strong, yeah. And then round the front, it was like stenching of fire.
Yeah.
But the guy told me, the policeman said, if you put that on the internet, advise you not and all that. I was like, well, I respect your wishes, you know, because the people who own the place and all that. But I put what I could on the video.
Yeah, Matt, I'd definitely put that on, wouldn't you, Matt? If someone tells him not to put it on, it'd have been on there in neon. It'd have been like glowing. There'd have been a plane flying past with dragging a flag behind it, telling you what it was all about. You know what I mean? It'd have been like.
There's one or two things that I haven't put on my channel,
well.
And it's normally because I don't want to get arrested. Because
that was another thing. That's another thing why I didn't put it on. But yeah, another thing I was going to say to Matt, you know that thing what flew across the. That's definitely not a spider web. Nah.
You don't reckon?
No,
everyone's going on about this.
No,
they're all like this.
No, that's not.
No, it's definitely not a spider web.
Definitely not. It's got a specific like shape. It's definitely not. How it lifts up and goes across. Nah.
That object is not a spider.
Nah.
Right? What it is, I think,
web or nothing.
The spider web's gone up because they fire them off, and
it's too far up.
This thing's come along, and I think it's just caught something, and it's taken that little thing up with it. So I think that's just a piece of flotsam or jetsam or something, you know?
No, definitely not. It's too far away. It's too far up, and how it sprung up, and you know,
did you see the glinting of the thing above it? Did you see it?
It's got like a thing like that, and then it's like a different shape on it as well. So it's definitely not a spider web. That definitely not.
Not the thing at the bottom.
I know exactly what you were saying about like explaining about a spider web and stuff, and like how they shoot up and stuff. You know, one of them. I have seen that. But
could you see the spider web glinting above it though? Did you see it?
That was a different thing, wasn't it? That different video where it comes across like that, like a line.
That one. I spotted that. Told Matt about it, and he said, "Oh, that's a spider web." And then we released this video, and I got message him again, just joking.
That one where it jumps up out of the trees. How it jumps up out of the trees. That's definitely not a spider web, man.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that because it's on a very thin spider web. You know, this is what I think anyway. I know you're going to disagree, but that this object is actually quite small. It's not like a big thing. It's really small. And it's on a spider web. Yeah. What's happening is this tiny little object is going right past the drone at close, so it looks a lot bigger than it actually is. But that's the only thing I can think of. You know,
I don't know. I do see where you're seeing it as like a spider web where it's like connected to something and it's like blowing in the wind. But that thing what jumped up and then shot, you know, with like a aerial, and it got a bit on the bottom and they're at the front. And I don't know what that is, man. That's definitely not a spider web. Definitely not.
That's my best guess, but everyone's disagreeing with me on it. And do you know what? If everyone wants to disagree, that's fine, because it's just going to make the footage more popular. But
how many different
when you're crying at the end, like, oh no,
oh my god, why does it have to be something boring?
Hey Matt, I know you've got loads of messages on that, but how many different theories on what it is? Different ones.
God, it's wide ranging, mate. Because you know, some people are saying that it's a bird. Some people are saying that it's
not a bird.
A net that's been fired to try and take the drone out of the sky. That's a popular one.
Cheers, Urban. Nice one for that.
Bloody hell.
It's something dodgy there.
Got no fireworks this week. I'm sorry about that. When I went to get some, we didn't have any. So I'll do a firework next time to see you, Don.
Yeah, Epic Moments is saying, you know, if it is a spider web, it's amazing. Yeah, well, the thing is as well, somebody said it can't be a spider web, they said, because it's winter time and it's too cold and there's no thermals. And well, yes and no, because you can still get a little bit of warm air if the sun's been out, and it was a fairly clear day because we could see the sunset, so the sun was obviously getting through. But I found out that it's not all about the thermals, because when they fire these strands out, the strands are negatively charged, and things on the ground that have static are negatively charged. So the negative charge repels the negative, so it literally it just floats on the static charge, and it won't come back down. So it just literally, the spiders are floating on electricity when they're flying around. Some of it's thermal and some of it's electrical, which is pretty crazy. But apparently there's been a lot of scientific work done on this now to say that the spiders know when the charge is right. They send it out. When the charge is right, that's when the spider just lets go and just like, boop, takes off.
Didn't that Professor Holland say something about this the other day?
Definitely dodgy, that.
Similar to it, anyway. I'm sure he said something on them lines.
He's been on about plasmas a lot recently.
Yeah, plasma sort of thing. Yeah, with the electrical charges at different heights in the atmosphere. Hence, we can.
I don't believe in that spider thing, though. I actually think that is something on your video where it shoots up out of them trees. It like shoots up straight and then comes across like that.
Here's the thing, right? I didn't go into it in great detail because I thought, oh, it's just going to confuse people if I start going into it in great detail. But what you notice is when I fly, let's imagine this is a drone. When I'm flying towards the house, as I'm coming there, I slow down and then I start to descend. So if you see me sort of go, I start to descend, and that's when you see this thing jump up. So the thing is, it could be that as I'm descending, you see this thing ascending. So it might have been on the same trajectory the whole time. It might have been just coming straight. But as I descend, it makes it come in line with me. But I mean, the chances of you seeing something like that is absolutely crazy, Nick. Because I'm just zooming along. I'm just barreling along, and I just come to almost a stop. I'm like, and then I go down a bit, and I'm moving very slowly, and this thing's just coming towards me. But the chances of just doing that, and then it jumps up. So it could be me going down makes it jump up. But of course, that would only happen because the distance I'm going down is not going to be massive. But of course, if this thing is close, my small motion would be a lot in the screen because it's like, literally, if I'm close to the lens like this, like a small amount of movement, you can see.
Why did it move quick when the drone was moving slow? Why did that thing shoot right? And you know what I mean?
The wind was coming towards me because you could see when I was turned 90 degrees to the left, you could see coming in from the right-hand side of the screen was the wind. So you could see that was moving. Plus, when I turned into the direction I'm facing into wind now, I was moving towards the house, and then all of a sudden I slow down. So I'm slowing down, but I'm still moving. But then I drop, so I'm actually adding to the speed of it coming towards me. So it could have been like 10 miles an hour, but just very close. Even tiny objects, if you put them up close, that's tiny, isn't it? Yeah. But if you put them up close, which of course, if you notice as well, when it gets close and it moved past, you could say that it was blur because it was like, so it was doing image blur, right? But also it could have been out of focus because it was so close. But the only thing is, I think it couldn't have got too close, because if it got as close as that, like similar, if it's a similar sort of lens and similar sort of focal length, if it got about as close as that, it would have got caught up in the downdraft of the rotors, and it probably would have got chopped by the blades, and it would have just chop the thing off. So that might lend itself to saying that
it's like a reflection, isn't it? Basically, it was like a reflection, but it's not.
I don't think that white thing with the little.
I don't know. I can't explain it, me. That's fucking weird. That made.
Yeah, that white thing. That white thing is probably, well. Here we are. I was going to say that white thing is like a little piece of something that's just like turned up like this, and spun round like twisted like that. And I think it's. I'm almost like creating what it could like that. It looked like, but then it's held up by a piece of string.
Yeah.
And then it's like it does like a Star Trek sort of
like a piece of fluff, wasn't it? Like a piece of fluff with an air on it, like two airs, one pointing down and then one a straight one up.
Yeah, I didn't see that one going up, Matt, on your first video until you cleaned it. And once you cleaned it, you could actually see even a fainter line going up, like you say.
And it looked like there might have been two of them. There might have been one which was like that and one which was going straight up. So there could have been two strands. And it looked like one that was going like that almost sort of went bloop, bloop, like that, sort of like changed shape. But the one that was going up straight stayed up straight. But the other one, which was more sideways, sort of blobbed. When it's but you could probably trace it and draw it in frame by frame, so you could actually see what it was doing more. You could actually draw it back on the. But it is what it is.
Definitely weird.
I'm fairly sure that one that I took a watership down, which I did notice at the same time as well. Yeah, there we are. Look at Mark Urbex is saying, what about the flying thing, the watership down? That one, again, I was flying forwards. And this thing sort of went, it sort of like came across the image from this side to that side. It sort of went,
shoot it down, didn't it? Yeah.
and the sun is behind it. And again, the sun was behind this thing as well. Which, if it was the other way around, you might not have seen it because it probably would have been too small to be seen. But I think because the sun is behind it, it's glinting through it, you know. And that was a classic when it water shut down. Yeah, I spotted that one because other people spotted the this thing going past, and other people spotted the spider web initially. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh shit, yeah, shit. Yeah. Plus, also at 2 minutes 18 seconds or something like that, 2 minutes there's a little thing, another little thing, white spot, goes like that, and then goes woof and comes up, and that looks like an insect, but that comes up from the house area. That jumps up and then, shoom, you know. But so there's all sorts of shit going on in that video.
It's crazy. Why are these spiders in the air, man?
Yeah.
Are they crop spiders?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is as well, only like a day or two before that, I'd been driving up to Swindon, and on my way back, I saw a field. And it was like one of these fields that's been prepared with the winter crop, and it'll grow up in the summer. But they seed it in the winter, so you can see it's all green, but it hasn't grown. You know, it's just there. It's like a green field. Yeah. And all across that field, completely 100% massive field, was just strands of glistening silk, because the spiders have been coming up and down the field.
Yeah.
And it's we're not talking like a couple of hundred, we're talking tens of thousands of strands, you know, like thousands of strands, all coming down the field in one direction from top to bottom. And as you're driving along, you can see the reflections, and you can see the grass is underneath it, you know, that's there, but the strands are just like crazy. So I mean, I have spotted that spiders do go a little bit crazy really with these strands sometimes, but I didn't realize that they did this thing where they jump off. I thought the strands just took off themselves and flew off. You know, I didn't realize the spiders would be on them going. I was quite surprised.
Have you seen them pieces of grass where it looks like it's got a ball of spit on? What's that about? Have you seen that?
Yeah, is it it's insects do that, isn't it? I don't know whether it's an egg sac.
It's like a ball of spit, isn't it, or something? It looks like you've blown a ball of spit on the grass.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've had them on my hands sometimes. I'm like, bleh.
Yeah, that's it. Like long strains, aren't they, of grass and stuff?
Yeah. Epic Moment says he thinks it's closer than it looks. But it's a weird one.
It is a weird one. Definitely a weird one.
Yeah, definitely. Jamie L says it precisely. Whatever it was, it's interesting.
It's amazing. I've been flying along, and like you have a bird, and then it turns and goes zoom straight past the camera, really close. You know, and I've had them like go down in front of the camera as well, just like sideways, cut right in front, diagonal. Yeah. And they do it on purpose because they think that your drone
chase it, don't they, and stuff.
And they go boosh in front of your drone. They actually dive bomb in front of it to startle the hawk, as it were, you know.
I've been thinking of getting another drone myself, to be fair. Yeah.
You still
I might get that one what you've got, Matt. That drone what you've got.
Mavics are absolutely superb because they're so stable, and when you're flying at high speed, you can turn them left or turn them right, and they will do it smoothly. Whereas the Phantoms, you know, they're all right when they're standing still. You can turn them smoothly, but when you're flying, they go jerk, jerk, jerk. If you try to turn them when you're flying at speed, so it's very hard to get good shots. But Mavics, you could be like doing 40, 50 miles an hour, and just like smoothly, gently turn them. They're brilliant.
Yeah, man. I've got one of them. Definitely.
Yeah.
Spiders spin on the spot to throw off attackers. I've seen some spiders that do this like dance. If you go near them or you blow them, they go into shake mode. It's almost like as if you can't see them because they're shaking so fast. It's almost like they become invisible. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. I found small spiders stuck to the bike after going up the road at 60. Yeah.
Give us a second.
I lost the drone once. I was flying along. The footage is going to come out of this place soon. I might actually have the footage of when it just goes off, but it's like the drone's flying along, and all of a sudden the picture went off. And then I went up to the field where I thought it must be, and eventually I found it in pieces, like, just smashed all over the place. And it was like, I don't know what caused that because I didn't fly it into the field. I mean, I was basically climbing at the time. I was like, climb, and all of a sudden, just image went off, gone, and that was it. And that's got smashed up. And I thought, I wonder if it was a bird, because it was. I swear I wasn't close to anything, and I wonder if it was a bloody bird just went up into it.
What them DJI Phantoms used to come out of the air for fun on their own sometimes.
It was a Phantom 4 that did it. It was a Phantom 4 that just, poosh, Yeah. And I had a Phantom 3. I had a Phantom 3 that literally just boop, and went, and I had to go up into a forest, and I could see the light off the battery was flashing, but it was dug into a load of leaves. So I was really lucky to find it because, when something comes down like that, it'll just bury itself in the undergrowth and the leaves. And it took me about half an hour of walking around, and I just saw this little flash. And yeah.
Yeah, I smashed the arm off mine. I actually brought it off Urban Lad, Yorkshire here, and I flew it like 3 or 4 times, and the last time, drone meet tree, you could say, and it landed on concrete.
Oh dear!
So that was the end of that. That was the end of that, isn't it?
Certainly was.
Hey, here he is.
Fucking hell, is here. Explain call me.
Good night, baby.
Hello, mate.
Hello, strike
Right,
up.
mate.
Hello, mate.
All right.
Are you well? Are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Are you T420 Tom? Hello, mate. Are you?
Hello, mate.
Hello again.
Do you know what?
Thanks
This is
for
smelling
your
of diesel, man.
By the way, thank you. Appreciate that.
This is smelling of diesel for some reason. I don't know why. I've washed it about 3 times. I've poured diesel on it from somewhere.
Wait, it's that diesel weed.
It's so weird. It's that resin.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they smoke in Wales. They can't afford proper shit. They just go for. You remember that? They used to call it diesel. Yeah.
I don't know if this is true.
Diesel resin.
Yeah, that was the Snide stuff. What came out, wasn't it? When there was droughts on.
Yeah.
My mate just said in work, most of the population in prison are Welsh people. Now, is that true, Matthew?
I don't know.
Probably.
I've not been in there, but
Probably.
Google it.
Do you know what though? Right, I wouldn't be at all surprised because I reckon in Wales, right, there's more speed cameras than in England, right? And I reckon they're quite. If you go into a Welsh, like look at the lockdown now, they can't wait to lock everyone down. They're like, you go to Cardiff, right, and it's like police cars everywhere, and it's just like, what the shit? I mean, it's crazy. So I reckon if you get caught for something in Wales, they throw the book at you. That's probably what it is. They're throwing the book at more people in Wales.
Yeah. How are you doing anyway,
TV.
Urban Lad?
Hello,
How
mate.
are you doing, Urban Lad? How are you doing? Can you hear us?
He's got his mic turned off.
Hear me now.
We can hear you now. Yay.
Hear me now.
You right, Alex?
You know what?
That's my saying. Hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Here we are. Apparently, sentencing figures show there's 154 prisoners for every 100,000 people in Wales, which is the highest imprisonment rate in Western Europe.
Wait, in Wales they've got more. Wow.
Yeah. It's because British shipped all theirs off down to Australia.
Yeah.
It's 141 per 100,000 in England. It's 135 in Scotland. and it's 78 and 81 in Ireland, where all the terrorists used to come from, and apparently they don't give a shit over there. So,
Yeah.
and it's a lot lower in like 90, 92 in France, 91 in
USA,
Amsterdam.
Just imagine how many people are locked up in the world.
Yeah. And releasing them all. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun?
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
How many people do you reckon there is in prison in the world?
Well,
in the UK, exact. How many people do you reckon there is locked up and stuff? There's
About 7.
a good fucking 100,000
It's not a million.
in all the prisons.
And guess what? It's slightly racist as well, because guess what? Not only there's more people in Wales in jail, it's got a higher proportion of non-white people in. So it's like, yeah, I reckon. Oh yeah. So I reckon if you happen to be black and in Wales, you're definitely going down.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That is bad, mate.
Well, can I just slightly change the subject a bit? Can I just touch on that River Mersey explore we did?
Oh, yeah.
Right, I was a bit confused with that. I was thinking about it last night in bed, like you do when you go into sleep. I was trying to picture it all in my head. I was thinking, right, we started off from this beginning at the back of you. And then I thought, when you go through Stockport Town Centre, they have the cutaway bit now where you can walk past and look down at the River Mersey, don't they?
Yeah.
The centre where you can actually look down the River Mersey. I thought, well, we didn't see that bit, did we?
Yeah.
Did we? I don't remember looking at that bit.
Give me a second. I'll find out.
I only remember looking at one bit, and that was near the old Argos was. Asda is where Asda is.
Did you film it?
Yeah, we did. Someone actually left a comment about that.
Because I thought it goes that way past Taxi Rank. But yeah, that does meet with the town centre, doesn't it? But does it turn then after the town centre?
Give me a second.
Are you well known, unknown? How you doing, mate? Epic moments.
I've just noticed, am I underneath fucking Mr. Yorkshire here? Urban Lad Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Yeah, is he squashing you?
No, Tom's squashing him.
No, on mine, you're above him. On mine.
Yeah, you're above him. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. You know that drone footage that you thought was a UFO? In my mind, I thought it was a dildo. To be honest,
I thought
it looked like a condom at first. Yeah.
I thought unicorn. Unicorn's head.
unicorn's head.
Now, here is
fucking wanker.
Well-known unknown saying the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
It's where the Barclays is, and my reply.
I didn't see that bit. Yeah, because I didn't see that bit.
You can film
24-28. I'll show you now.
Was this
a serious thing? The fucking sugar daddy, you prick.
Hey, I slept underneath Yorkshire. I done that.
Shut up, you fat bastard.
What's your language, please, Tom?
I done that sea fort, didn't I?
Here, listen, Tom, you better check yourself before I come over there, knock you the fuck out. I know where you live, buddy. Don't fucking mouth me off. Sorry, Will.
Crack on, lad.
Oh dear.
Oh, is this real? I thought there was messing
This is
about.
warfare. This is warfare.
I don't know what's going on, but
I thought there was messing about.
I didn't do it.
Take it on the chin as a joke.
Have they both gone?
It's where the river grows.
Fucking meat piece.
Yeah, they're meeting each other in the park now for fisticuffs.
I thought there was having
Yeah,
fun.
listen, Will, I do apologise, buddy. You know what I mean? I'm not having no one taking the piss out of me while on here. You know what I mean?
I didn't see what was going on. Like he's doing the screen behind, like I'm doing now.
Yeah, he was doing all this wanker shit and that. Fucking sorry, I do apologise for swearing, guys. You know what I mean?
I'm never gonna cut you up on the road and fucking annihilate me.
Here, Matt.
Fucking run you off the road.
This is hardcore. I will find out where you live and I will weep in your letterbox. You don't need to do that, mate.
Oh, you come and piss in my letterbox? But mate, we're friends.
Don't let me find out where you live. Do it anyway.
Yeah, just put a smoke grenade in it. It'd be funny.
I don't think he was being nasty. He was being tongue in cheek, man.
No, he was being nasty because he's all his team that he used to go out with is basically he's got a guy that's paying him like thousands.
Right.
Yeah.
None of that on here. I know.
It's getting a bit mad, was it?
Sorry, guys, but yeah.
Hello, Adrian. Twig.
Right.
Thanks for before, by the way, coming to be premier.
No more naughtiness, and we'll just not discuss it now. Then, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just no. We won't. We just.
Tom's got back in.
Just not mention it now.
I thought they was just playing with each other. That's why.
Boom. You're gone.
I slept underneath him on the fort.
Like you're saying, Carl. Back to this video.
Yeah.
Here it is at the end.
Is that it?
Yeah, that little bit. It's a triangle, but obviously it doesn't look it underneath here.
Oh, so we wasn't near Asda then.
It's right at the end, no, before where you said there's nothing else up there.
Yeah, so that's the bit in town then.
Yeah, right in town.
Right, because I thought when we were stood there, I thought that was the actual bit where you can go.
Look down there, it is now.
Yeah, I thought that was the bit near Toys R Us and Asda on the left.
No, up here is Barclay Bank, just here.
Yeah.
And just round this corner is where the guy and the river team meet up. I thought it met up here, but obviously it doesn't. It's further around the corner.
Yeah, near Cash Generator, that little small one.
Yeah.
Ah, right. So
does that make more sense?
A little bit. No, it's confused me a bit again now. It turns after that, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it bends down that little bend, like a this bend bit, and that's where the two rivers come together, just on that S bend.
Yeah. I think.
Listen, that that tunnel thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's dry enough to do an overnight thing, isn't it?
Depends how bad the river fills. If it's a dry night, it would be. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
But would it actually fill it up though to the top? It won't get up to where you are, would it? If you throw a hammock up or a tent or something.
I don't know because
that'd be cool.
Parts you could see where the catwalk was, like a driftwood that came up, and also.
Yeah.
So
I'm still waiting for the dinghy down there.
I mean, we've had some serious floods of that over the last couple of years, and they've been high up, they've been like above what normal would be, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, I understand that.
Yeah. You do see it on the embankment where it's gone dead high, but I've not seen much sign in there lately. But I've only been in there once. But I've got back there. It's good.
So when are you going to take a rubber dinghy in those storm drains?
Oh, God.
Whee!
I'd have to bring that up.
I've got to try it. The problem is you're going to have a rope on the end. So if you do go too fast.
I don't know. When you want this way anyway, any of yous, and we'll maybe go back there. We want to do the other side, don't we, Will?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing the side.
I'll go. Which is just, I need to know in advance. That's the only thing with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to know in advance when you're going to do it, and then we'll sort it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it in Manchester?
Stockport. Not far.
Yeah. Same as Manchester, a bit different.
I sent you the location, didn't I, Alex, when you was coming up to Manchester on the train, but you left it a bit late, didn't you?
Yeah, I just sort of looked at the time and went, oh, shit. I was like, because when you're catching a coach, you can't just get there at a different time because if you miss it by 1 minute,
it knocks everything out then, doesn't it? What did you say, Will?
Again. Hey, Carl. Remember getting in there? It's quite tight. So do you reckon Urban Lad would fit? Because, he's big and
think so, yeah.
Whoa.
Slightly big one, I said.
Bit
And don't,
personal.
listen, we're not having the fat jokes. I'm
I didn't
thinking,
say that.
listen, it's an illusion. But when I come about, I'm in 3D.
Well, if you ever go in there again, just
Yeah,
let me know.
I'd love to take you there. No worries with places like that. That storm drain, you want to go to that one as well, don't you? So, like I say, we'll go there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you let me know when you do it, I'll quite happily come along. Take a dinghy with me if you want.
Well, there you go, yeah. We'll do it by
Shoot
dinghy
down the
this
tube
time.
now, for fuck's sake.
Well, why is it? What they call it? Is it tight to get in?
I can't remember. Is it just like an ROC post, that sort of tightness?
I think it's slightly tighter.
Bit slightly tighter than an ROC post.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that drain, you know, in Bournemouth. Is it Bournemouth? That bunker. It's a bit like that size, isn't it?
I'm not too sure which one you're talking about.
Don't know.
Sorry,
I can't remember what bunker it is, but Bacon Haven, Alex, and Ray did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you seen? Have you seen
one
that?
in a gas field? Like
Yeah.
in a gas field.
Something like that. It was at a park nearby.
Yeah.
Have you seen that place everyone's doing, Urban Lad, in Mould? That wedding venue everyone's doing.
What they calling it? What's the videos have been calling them?
Oh, someone they disappeared from there. Crime scene.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I'm staying away from there. I am. It just looks too sort of like not inviting.
Dodgy.
Looks like it's going to end up like that Wild Boar Hotel.
Oh, not one of them. Not one of them.
Go on, Urban Lad.
Sorry, buddy.
Go on, let you speak. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, not one of them. That bloody bar hotel thing. That was a disgrace to the Urbex community with that, because it was just honestly, it was like ridiculous. You know what I mean? It was like, what happened to that place shouldn't have happened. It was sad. It was sad.
Is that one in Manchester?
Not far from.
I think it was like Cheshire way, something like that.
Yeah,
like,
I'm on about, because there was a place. There was a place I went to. It's completely trash.
Yeah, this one
up,
was near,
walls ripped off.
not far from Beeston Castle. Not far from that area.
One-
yeah, like a Victorian. It was like a Victorian building on outside.
Is it huge?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a big place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one
Big,
that
like,
fights?
big gold water feature in front, wasn't there?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's completely fucked. It's trash.
Yeah. I was looking at that yesterday. For going through my footage of the place. Obviously, I've not released a video of that one either yet. I've got loads to release.
It literally 2 weeks prior to that building was in mint condition. So I don't know what happened though.
Hey, Mark,
Yeah, we went down the next day, didn't we, Carl? When fighters did it, the very next day we went down.
Yeah.
And then it was like an open day for tourists. It was that busy.
Yeah.
But like you say, it was spotless in there that day. But since then, it just got trashed.
Yeah, it's not good. The chandelier's not on the ceiling anymore.
They were swinging off it and everything.
Yeah, swinging off it and all sorts. Yeah,
Fire
buddy.
extinguishers going off. And did anyone see Mark Urbex's latest video? It's a good one with the air raid shelters.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
I watched it yesterday.
I don't think I have actually.
Yeah, nice little features as well. Yeah,
I'll have to jump on it and watch it.
It's a good one.
Supposed to be live. Never mind.
I think me and Cindy watched it first because I seen her comment after mine. Cindy in Nevada.
Yeah.
Sands exploration. Yeah. Hi, Jamie L. Anyone else have missed? Twig, thank you for your donation before. Really appreciate that.
You're right, mate. Welcome in.
Luke, how you doing, mate? Welcome.
That's it. His name, Luke. Forgot his name, man. How can you do that?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's only been about a minute.
Seems ages since I've been a live stream. Not been on one for ages.
Yeah, when are you doing Strike at Night?
Yeah, I've been trying for that.
I think it's been done now, hasn't it? Strike at Night. I don't think anyone wants to join in with Strike at Night anymore, do you?
Yeah, they do. Loads of people are asking for it, Carl.
Thumbs up in the chat if you want to see Strike at Night again.
Come on, thumbs up, everyone. Hit the thumbs up. Right, Ollie.
Where's Flat Eric?
He's on there. I don't know if you can see him.
I really want to get one.
out there.
They're like 50 quid.
Yeah.
Buy them.
If it's a good one, yeah, you can pay quite a lot.
Here, Carl, here comes the thumbs up now.
Here's the thumbs up. Strike at Night.
All right, calm down.
Mick J, how you doing, Mick J? Guided Souls, how you doing?
So you got loads of thumbs up. You'll have to do it now.
You're right. What's the subject? What should we have?
No, Back to Future.
Genre. What genre? Music. What should we have?
I reckon a bit of general knowledge.
Why don't you do films? You don't really do films.
I have done films before. I've done films, yeah. Could do films, general knowledge. Yeah. Might do one next Friday.
Do like a Family Fortune style.
Just do easy questions, buddy, and I might join in if I can. You know what I mean?
All right. Easy urban questions.
Yeah, just you know, stuff like
2 add 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've got that. You know what I mean? We're down there. We're gonna knock it. You know what I mean?
But don't forget to say Strike at Night.
Strike at Night.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that already. I've already lost before I started.
I know. Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Urban. Yeah, it's all sorted, mate. He's all right. He doesn't need me to pick him up. He's fine. So Urban knows the story. I'm not going to bore you all with it, but yeah, I don't have to go out, and my mate is all right. So that's pretty good.
Matt. Places to get his head down then for the night then.
Yeah, and his missus was fucking really worried as well. Like, you know, yeah. So
Matt, have you noticed that our friend Mr. Fox Club is putting videos on again?
I haven't, but the thing is, maybe it's time for me to put my little thing about the police telling me that it was him that called the police.
Well, he actually put a video on the other day, and he says it's good to have friends in the RAF. And then this like Hercules flies up the top, and then it drops out this parachute, and it lands in front of it, and it's like, thanks guys, and that's it. That's the video.
Oh,
I Urbex it.
Yeah,
He's put a few on, buddy.
Is it bollocks then? Is it bollocks? Is it made up video then, or
it's a real plane? It's a real plane, and I think that he was just in the right place at the right time.
Can I just say a quick hello to Urbex and Urbex or Carl, if you can. I know you're the mod, so I'm asking you, or if any of the mods know Jackie's Green Cat's channel. Yeah. On Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
Why? What's up?
Can Urbexy contact Jackie Green Cats and things, and leave your details so we can send you the prize, please? Yeah. So I need you to contact, like I say, Jackie Green Cats. So hopefully someone will throw the link in the chat in a minute.
Right.
Because I've not got Facebook and my Instagram's down, so I can't really do it myself.
How come you need Jackie's link?
Because I ain't got Facebook or Instagram.
Well, she won something.
No, Urbexy's won the competition.
Right.
So I'm sending the prize to Urbexy, but I don't know the address, and obviously I can't post it on public stream.
Oh, I'm friends with Urbexy on Facebook.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Get the address off him, and so we can post it.
Why don't you just email it?
Yeah, just send it us, Urbexy, through Messenger. And I'll
emails I'm not great with, Alex. I'm totally computer literate, believe it or not.
Let's cut the middlewoman out.
Yeah.
Cut the middlewoman out.
Sorry, Jack.
I shouldn't say this, but she's not on you. She had a go at me about it. She said, "Oh, that UFO thing of yours is quite weird. I've got one myself. Look," and she showed me like she's panning around her room, and some little white thing went whoop past her camera. I said, "Well, mine looked like a condom, and yours looks like a tampon." She was like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," for that, but yeah.
Matthew, before you came back on, we all voted. It was all voting for Strike at Night, putting thumbs up. Can you just show me your T-shirt? What's your T-shirt?
Strike at Night.
It's the little boy.
Strike at Night T-shirt.
That's the bomb.
It's a bunker buster bomb type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a nuclear bomb. That looks.
Yeah.
Tracy, I haven't got Facebook or Instagram. I used to have Instagram, but my phone filled up with too much information, and obviously I can't load anything on it now, and I need a new phone.
Could be a Mohab.
Yeah. I was going to say I would say it was a fat boy, but I don't want to get anyone.
Hey, leave the jokes.
Yeah, enough of them.
No, they made. Oh, actually, I'm not going to say it.
I'm so sorry. You know me. I'm a fucking wind-up merchant, man. I'm so sorry.
Come on, we don't hit you.
Yeah, right. Sorry. I apologize. And he's muted. He's probably fucking. He's like, "What's his fucking address now? It's going to take me 3.5 hours to get down there." I'm so. Salekam. No, he's having a drink now to take away the pain. You're muted, by the way, mate. So if you were shouting at me, I didn't hear it.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. I don't know. Malaikum.
Malaikum salam. You're supposed to say now.
Salami. Malaikum salami. Pepperami.
Salam alaikum. And then malaikum salam. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, say, but I was afraid.
Fuck it. I never said nothing, mate. I never said a thing. I never said any jokes or anything.
You were going to start shit with me, were you?
No, I didn't say nothing. It was nothing about you and nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
It was just I don't know what came out of my mouth. I think I got that thing. What was it called when you can't control what you're saying?
Tourette's.
It's a disability. Tourette's. That's it. Yeah.
Marcus, I've just about had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to.
Goes on here, that's it. Yeah.
I would start making jokes along this line, but his mum watches, so I better not, because I start like doing the old Tourette scene from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a nicely and loving channel, this, and no hassle sort of thing. Nice.
Yeah.
And Will's mum's off.
Honest.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Positive vibes.
No, if somebody's mum's on, we've all got to be really nice now.
Yeah, Will, what's your mum called?
Mum.
No, what's her name? We can all say her name and then she'll be like more famous.
No, I'm not getting famous.
Oh, okay.
Will, did you read that message off Well Known Unknown?
Yeah, about going down there with him.
Yeah, I get paid next Monday, so maybe the weekend.
Can't next weekend. I'll tell you why. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me why. Maybe a week after or something then.
But I think I might have to get a minibus and take everyone. Everyone wants to see to go there.
Hey, I tell you what, I need to use my holidays up. I need to use the rest of my holidays up at work before March. So yeah, maybe do it through the week or something.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't like saying where we're going on places during what days and that. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I've got a mate. He went on holiday to Spain. He's an Urbex. I said, "Oh, where did you go to your holidays? Spain." He said, "Oh, whereabouts? Can't tell you." The Urbex mates. Can't tell you. Yeah, nice photographs. Whereabouts was that in Spain? I can't tell you. Boom. EWC joke.
But yeah, we met well-known unknown before, and can't see why not meet up with him again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the paranormal joke?
Oh, the paranormal joke.
The camping.
Oh yeah, I went. Let's make up proving demons. I went camping with proving demons, and I said, "Have you got a radio? Let's listen to the radio, when I'm going to sleep in my tent at night." So he's there with this radio. He's like, "This all right." I said, "Jesus Christ, just bloody tune it into a station, will you?" He was like, "Oh, mate, radio." Paranormal researchers for you, messing about with doing this spirit thing on the radio. Only wanted to listen to like a chat show on the phone, on the radio, in my tent. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it was better the first time I said it.
Yeah.
But never go camping with a paranormal friend and ask him to put a radio on.
I tell you something that's quite mad. You got like network cards and things like that for computers, and there's a place up. It's actually at Hack Green. You know, the Hack Green nuclear bunker.
Yeah, they're not far from me. That. Yeah.
If anybody wants to check this out, right, it's really quite fascinating. If you're into scanners, which I am, I have got one here somewhere.
Ooh,
scanner radios.
Shame you can't scan the police.
Well, you
I know.
can, some of them are still on old kit, but like if you got a scanner, and this is a fairly good one because this goes right up to about 3 gigahertz, so you can pick up Wi-Fi. Not that you can understand what's going on, but you could use it to track Wi-Fi to see where Wi-Fi is coming from. Pick up a signal. The thing is, with a scanner, you always lock on to a very, very narrow bit, and you listen to just a tiny little bit of the spectrum. But that Hack Green, there's a web radio that they've got there. And you can log onto their webpage, right? So Hack Green, type in Hack Green SDR, which means software defined radio. Hack Green SDR. And it comes up with a big, like a spectrum, and you can tune it on the spectrum, and you can change it between FM, AM, sideband, all these different modes, digital. There's all sorts of modes, and you can listen. To amateur radio, to the police bands, to broadcast, to television. Not that you can hear it now because it's digital. So you just get like a horrible buzzing sound. But like you tune it up and down. But it's all through a network card. It's all done through a computer network card, and the computer network card has been programmed so it not listens to one frequency. It listens to the entire radio spectrum band instantaneously in one go.
Wow.
All the time. It listens to every frequency from low all the way to high instantly. The whole spectrum.
That's
in one go.
Was that left there when it closed down and they were just using it now, sort of thing, reusing it?
That's been put in there by amateur radio people, enthusiasts. Yeah.
Right. So that machine wasn't there like when it was in use as a military base.
No.
So they
funnily enough, though,
like that.
They have actually got a ULF transmitter there in that place, and if anybody knows what that is, an ultra low frequency. It's like when you got like old frequency, you got medium wave and you got long wave, right? And below long wave, you've got ultra long wave, ULF, right? And it's so low you can't use it for voice because it's literally getting down into just like static. It's just like on off, so you can use it for Morse.
Yeah,
and you can and the funny thing about ULF is it goes through water, so you use ULF to transmit to submarines all over the world. Wow. So when a submarine's under the water, it can't receive satellite because it can't put a dish up out of the water because it's too risky. So it has to stay submerged. And what they do is out of the back of the submarine, they reel out like a couple of 100 meters, like a kilometer of wire behind the submarine, and they just keep moving forward slowly with this thing trailing behind it, a bit like the spider web, really, but it's like under the sea, and they just go like that, and they just listen. They just listen, and they can pick up commands and instructions very slowly in Morse on ULF frequencies, and they had one of those transmitters was there in Hack Green. Now to transmit on ULF. Receiving it, you can have 100 meters of antenna or a kilometer of antenna, but to transmit transmit on ULF, you have a look, it's something like about 30 miles long, the antenna. That's a wire 30 miles long going across the countryside through going. It's got to be that. I'll tell you how long it is. No, I'll look it up. But it's crazy how long the antenna has to be to transmit ULF.
Yeah. While you're looking at that, I know somebody who'll know about this at Green. Martin Zero's mate. It's called Ringway Manchester.
That one.
Yeah.
Do
you know him? Because I've watched a few of his videos.
Yeah, is he called Lewis?
Right.
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah.
He right then.
Sometimes talking on radio.
Speaking of that, I do need to sort out my ham radio license.
The transmitters are between 9 and 37 miles long. That's how long the antenna has to be. Up to 37 miles long, the transmitter wire has to be.
Yeah.
37 miles.
Miles.
Is that even practical enough to do?
Wow.
Yeah, Ringway.
Weird, isn't it?
Urbex, yeah, it does.
30 miles.
Going back to T420 Tom's before, he was asking you about what's the spit. I think it's grasshoppers what leave that spit on the grass.
What was it?
Like a frog hopper. Yeah.
Oh, like foam, you mean?
What?
Yeah.
Does it look like spit, little bubbles? Like
yeah,
stuff?
looks like spit. Yeah.
I'm sure it comes out of the grass. Some of the grass is not all the stalk, but it's not grass itself. It's like a grassy wheat thing crossed between the two. I see that.
Here we are. Might be a different type then.
The frothy spittle, sometimes called a cuckoo spit, is actually a telltale sign that an insect known as the spittlebug has been feeding on a plant.
Yes.
So it shits all over the plant, basically. Sorry.
I knew it was called cuckoo spit.
But the reason they call it spit is because it's a spittle bug, so that's probably why they call it spit. Yeah.
Spitting image, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, that one classic was spitting image.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can find out what they look like now. Bugs. Oh, there we go. Look.
T4, Tom, you're back.
I'm being. Is that UHF and ULF are not the same, Scoopy.
So UHF is ultra high frequency. So that's where television is normally transmitted in UHF. Yeah. VHF is everything from FM radio, which you tune into, and then at the top end of the FM radio band, it starts to become air band. That's 106 to 136 megahertz. Then after that, it becomes a little bit of police, then marine band, and then it becomes old-fashioned radio mic transmitters at 175. 140 megs is amateur radio, and anything above 190 would be classed as military air band, because that's up into the 200s is military air band. 200 to 300. 300 and higher would be mostly television, all the way up to about 800 megahertz. 800 and higher is mobile phones, up to about 1200 megahertz. But now with the advent of 5G, theoretically it can go up into like 5 gigahertz, which is 5,000 megahertz.
That's quite a lot.
I'll tell you an interesting thing I came across when I was going hiking once, not far from here, not far from that bunker I took you to, Matthew, but we couldn't gain access. Up there on the hills, we're speaking to some people. They had these big aerials on the hills, and we said, "What are you doing here?" They said, "We're actually picking up frequencies, signals of World War II pilots." They said it's still bouncing about in space.
Bollocks!
I didn't know that can happen.
What the fuck?
Our wireless microphones run on 800 megahertz.
Same picking up World War II pilots. They said.
I think he's come back in as another person, but he's blocked me, so I can't see him.
Mate, I'd have been looking for the TARDIS at that point. I'd be like, "Where's the freaking TARDIS?" Yeah,
exactly.
How do astronauts communicate to the Earth? What type of system do they use? Do you know?
I think they tend to use UHF, but it has a problem because when you go through the ionosphere, there's a certain point where you lose it, and also the speed that you're traveling at as well. I think the plasma that goes around the edge of the craft. When it's traveling that fast, you get plasma. So it's like, sort of that affects the transmission as well. So what they do is they change frequencies as they're going to maintain communication, because going up, you'd want UHF. Then I think you have to switch to something that's going to get through the ionosphere. So you're probably going into the gigahertz then. But don't quote me on that. But I think they have to switch a number of frequencies to maintain maintain the thing, and they do lose the ability to use high frequency. So that's why they lose video, but they can still do audio because they're getting so much interference. And I think it breaks down. They can still then pick up the fact that they're still there, and they can pick up like the life signs of the craft because it's very low bandwidth. And once they come out of that problem area and they get out into the openness of space, and there's no plasma because they're in the vacuum, so they're not getting all that ionic heat on the side of the craft, then they can switch back to using normal sort of transmission mode.
Yeah, like you said there, because of the speed that we're going at as well. No, the big telescope in the sky. Any of them?
The new one, yeah.
Any of them? Because there's a couple of them up there now. When it gets so far away, how can the signal catch that when it's moving so fast and the signal's so far away when it's setting it off, so it can actually respond to what they telling it to do on Earth?
He should know about this, because what's nearby were you that you have seen when I've come past your place a little bit?
Jodrell Bank.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when they were in space, because they were going around the Earth and they were losing the signal because they were transmitting on high frequencies, well, any frequency, to be honest, and they're such a far distance, they can only be picked up as they come across the horizon. And then when they go across that part of the horizon, the signal diminishes. So it's got to have somebody else across another part of the planet is ready to pick them up. And they're pointing beams at them like that. And then as they come across, they sort of follow them with a beam. And then when they get over there, the next station has to pick them up. So all over the Earth, there has to be all these stations that are getting ready to pick them up and follow them and follow them and follow them. So Jodrell Bank was one of those. And if it wasn't for Jodrell Bank, they wouldn't have had live television and live audio coming from the moon, because dependent on where the Earth was turning and where the moon was, different places were picking up. Australia was picking it up. America was picking it up. Jodrell Bank was picking it up, and it was like all these different places. And then wherever it was on Earth, they then had to transmit it either back up to satellites or across wires to places that could then rebroadcast it to the rest of the world. So it's like the most crazy setup they had. It had to come through multiple stations, then get sent through wires to a TV broadcast place. They could then send it out to wires to every country in the world.
Also, there's people say about CIA used to own a bit of a Jodrell Bank to use it for spying as well.
Someone told me there's bunkers underneath Jodrell Bank. I don't know how true that is. Yeah, they're built on the Cheshire Plain. It's very flat, isn't it, Cheshire?
You could always have a look.
Yeah, it's fascinating. If anybody wants to look up, like Jodrell Bank's role in all of that sort of stuff, it was very heavily used. And I think,
the Lovell telescope.
what's his name? Patrick Moore. I think he was there at Jodrell Bank picking up some of the signals at some of the times. When they were doing space stuff. Yeah.
Seen some good documentaries on TV with him in his garden when his shed opens, the top telescope comes out and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of, like you say, special people, astronomers have special places like built.
I love going on my bike there. I love having a bike ride to Jodrell Bank. I love it. I was thinking of doing it again, maybe weekend, just going on my push bike.
I've noticed in Manchester though, if you're near where I live, you got this constant orange glow in the sky when it's dark. And I'm like quite far away from Manchester City Ground.
That's the airport, isn't it?
No, it's Manchester City Ground glowing. They've got the lights on 24/7, shining down into the pitch, but obviously it's bouncing back up and giving an orange glow over Manchester. And you can't see the sky.
When I lived in Manchester in the 90s in Wivenshaw, I used to see these lasers in the sky from Wivenshaw. They were coming from Manchester City Centre. And I don't know if someone said it was some club or something. I'm not sure if it was, but they used to be all like that.
It sounds like a nightclub to me, buddy.
Yeah.
You could see him from Wivenshaw all the way to the city centre. Yeah, near the airport. Imagine you're near Manchester Airport. You could see
You're not
these
supposed to be shining
lasers.
lasers around.
You could see them from Wimenshaw all the way up to city centre Manchester. Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the 90s that they started doing that, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 90s, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know for certain
I'm
that
beginning to
they
forget
were.
the 90s.
Say
I
again,
was gonna say, I know. Go on.
I said I'm nearly forgetting the 90s.
Sean Ryder says that. Can't remember the 90s. Over to you, Matt, I think.
Oh, I was going to say they've got a bit of a problem now because like in different countries use different frequencies for certain things. Of course, something that's going around the globe, they've got to find frequencies that don't interfere with ground-based systems. That, like in China, you might be transmitting over the police if you're not careful. So they've had to allocate certain bands that they can go around the planet transmitting on these certain frequencies without interfering, because of course in space there's no law about what frequency you could transmit on, but you don't want to be pissing off everyone in different countries as you're going over and knocking out certain things. Every time you come over, you knock this out and you knock that out. So it's kind of an interesting thing, but they definitely use gigahertz stuff, and the reason that is because what the satellites transmit television back to Earth on 5 gigs to 10-15 gigs. And that
power.
Well, that's the frequency. It's not to do with the power per se. I mean, if they were transmitting high power, you could just use a phone to pick up satellite if it was true, because you wouldn't need a big antenna. But they transmit very small amounts of power, and that's why you have the dish to concentrate it to boost it up. But if they were transmitting huge amounts of power from space, theoretically, you could just use a phone to do it, and that's what those Intel sats and all those things, those mobile phones that just have a little stubby antenna, but because they're pounding more power out to get back to Earth, but it's not broadcast then.
Have you had to go them 2 satellites there, Matthew, where you get a friend on the other side and you speak him on side and it bounces back the sound?
I haven't.
They're brilliant. They are.
It's amazing.
I haven't done yet.
They are.
They're amazing, aren't they? How it just
you've got to be at the right time. You've got to wait for it to come over and transmit, and then it bounces back. But there's so many other people. What you've got to remember is that you think it's quiet. You're listening because you can only hear above you. The satellite hears everything. It hears everyone from that continent to down there. Yeah, so it's getting 300 people trying to transmit to it simultaneously, right? But you or I we're only hearing us and the satellite. So you hear all sorts of chatter because it's getting knocked about. And if you're really lucky, you might have a few seconds where yours is the only thing on it. Generally, people tend to think digital modes are better because you can transmit a very small text packet up many times with a gap, and you've got more chance of getting that through than trying to go, "Hello, John, how are you today?" which is taking up so much time. You're never going to get it through. But if you send your small packet, just a little burst, like a little blip, 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 you've got more chance of that getting through and being picked up by your mate the other side than voice.
Yeah.
There's a talk on this at one of the ham radio groups in Andover radio group. In the next few days, I believe, I've got a talk on about using satellites free of charge for amateur radio to do television.
All right,
that's interesting.
Yeah. So if if people are interested in that, because you can actually transmit television with an amateur radio license. You can do it, but it's only supposed to be for amateurs to pick up. But technically, anyone with the right equipment can pick it up.
Yeah. John,
so to do a live stream for a satellite.
That's the screen, tune your TV through it, wouldn't you, to pick it up at the right time? Go on, Carl, what are you saying?
I was just saying hi to Crazy John, and there probably was Brannigan's in Manchester who done the lasers. You could be right there. Yeah,
I think he's talking about that one. Albert Hall.
Last time I went there was 8 State after New Order. Oh no, it was after the Hacienda Classical at Castlefield. Yeah, last time I went Albert Hall with Bez and everyone.
Give me a second. Sorry.
I used to like doing
London.
slow scan television. That was quite good fun. You can do it on a mobile phone. You put a picture in there, and when you press go, it produces noises like a fax machine. It's like, and it does it down, and you transmit that. You can just put it against the microphone of a radio. Just put it like that and press transmit, and it transmits that signal. And somebody listening will go, "Oh shit, he's transmitting slow scan." So he gets his phone, he puts his phone against the microphone and receives it, and a picture will come down the screen. So you're picking up radio waves and you're transmitting a picture, and it's like a business card, a calling card. Send it across the airwaves. It's good. It's color as well, and unlike fax machines, which are black and white.
Do you know what I like to do in the 90s? I used to like getting a bit of my aerial wire, sticking it back into my portable TV in my bedroom, climbing about to the ceiling, picking up like probably like Welsh channels or Liverpudlian channels, just as the news is coming on. Granada News, it changed to like Dublin News Island or something. I used to like doing that. Getting but the signal would be quite poor. But you like getting catch up of like Hollyoaks and stuff like that in the 90s.
Yeah, I've done that before. I went, I think it was the Real, and stayed at a caravan there. And obviously, their TV's all in Welsh. I was like, can't understand it, can't watch this. Tried to tune in to like English TV, but like you say,
SC4 or something. SC4, I can't remember what it was called.
S4C.
S4C, that's right. Yeah. It's same with the pirate radio stations. You used to do that, didn't you? Get a long piece of wire and pick it up. Pirate radio stations, brilliant.
Yeah. When you go down to Dover, because the cliffs go down and they drop off, the transmitters are back on the hill and they can't go around the corner because microwaves tend to travel in straight lines. They'll bounce off things.
Yeah.
So if there was something to bounce it back to the bottom of the cliff, you'd be okay. But they just tend to, the signals just tend to go over the cliff and carry on going all the way to France. So it means that you can't pick up a mobile signal from England when you're on the beach at the bottom of the White Cliffs of Dover. But you can pick up really strong French. So when you're on the beach in Dover, all you can pick up is bloody French telecom. And if you've got to ring emergency services, it's all in French.
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
I was just reading that myself. Now you put it in the centre.
Yeah. NOAA weather satellites. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Tried it years back, but never managed a clear image. Do you know what people don't get right with that a lot of the time is the polarization of the signals. Because when you start getting up to microwave and UHF, it matters that your antenna, which way it's polarized, because it's like polarized light. It's like light beams. Light beams are the same. And you get polarized glass, and you get two pieces of polarized glass. And if you turn one, it goes black. That sort of thing. Like the glasses you get for cinema stuff, for doing the 3D in cinema. If you snap a pair of those glasses and you put two together, it goes dark. Well, it's the same with radio waves. They transmit in straight lines. The wave is going up and down, but it transmits in a straight line. So I could be on the same frequency as you, but if I turn 90 degrees, my antenna 90 degrees that way, I can still be transmitting on exactly the same frequency as you, but I can't hear this other person. But if I say, hang on, mate, hang on, I just need to speak to my other mate, and I turn the antenna that way, I'm hearing a whole different person on exactly the same frequency. You can double up the frequencies. But the trouble with this is when imagine the satellite's going overhead, it's got a beam antenna on it. So the beam antenna is going overhead, and as it's curving around the Earth, because guess what? It's not a flat Earth, folks. As it's curving,
it's a donut Earth.
As it's curving along, right? The antenna. Well, let's use this as an example. The antenna is changing angle. So whoever's on the ground, right? If the antenna is going overhead like that, and it's moving and changing angles, the person on the ground theoretically has to change his antenna to the same angle to get a good signal, Because if he's like that and you're like that, there's no signal. It's out of phase, so it just cancels it out. So they got this thing called a circular polarized antenna, and it's used by drone pilots a lot, which is why it's quite interesting, because drone pilots, when you're flying along like that, you're fine. But if you flip your drone on the side, signal disappears. You can't see any image on the screen. So what they have is these circular polarized. It's like a spin. It's like a donut. It's like a donut of the antenna in all directions. So the antenna goes that way, then it goes that way, then it goes that way, and it goes round. So it picks up all the antenna possibilities at once. It picks up all the angles at once. So everything from that to that to that to that. So then if you're transmitting through a circularly polarized antenna, you're not transmitting straight lines now. You're transmitting every possibility of angle out. So you're now sending out a spread of wave, and it means that the person on the other end can receive it on any angle. So it means instead of having to use a straight up aerial, you just use one of these circular antennas, and now you don't have to scan. You don't have to scan and change the angle to kind of catch things. So this is the problem with these weather satellites, is they need you to use a circularly polarized aerial. And there's 50-50, because you can have clockwise circular polarized and you can have anti-clockwise circular polarized, because it spins one way or it spins the other way, right? So as long as you've got the right polarization spin, you should be able to pick up the weather satellite stuff quite well. But however, if you've got just a straight up antenna or a beam and you're trying to follow it, get a shit signal.
Yeah.
So you notice, you see them. I'll tell you what, I'll show you what it looks like. It's weird, because when you see satellites, when you used to see the satellites, they had these weird antennas on them, and this is what it is. It's like a stick. It's like a stick, and it has a spiral. It has a spiral like that going around it, and a little beam at the end. It's like that. Oops, it's like that. So you have a little beam on the end, and then you have a spiral going down, a wire going down it, pointing back at Earth. And that's a circular polarized antenna. And if you haven't got one at the other end, if you're just using a beam antenna, you'll pick it up sometimes, but you won't pick it up at other times. You'll only be picking up a fraction of the signal.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Only when it's in the right position, basically. And soon it moves away from there, it breaks down. But with that other type of aerial, it can pick it up with the movement of both either side.
Yeah.
So if you buy the wrong type of, if you've got an antenna for your drone, if you've got a right-hand circular, and then you buy the wrong thing and you put on the transmitter, you put the left hand anti-clockwise, so you go anti-clockwise, you won't pick up any signal. So if you're transmitting on right-hand circular polarization, you have to have a right-hand circular receiver. So you could transmit on the same frequencies as somebody else with one of those, but to a degree, and not be interfering with each other again. It's all weird science, but I mean it's to make sure that you don't have any problems with where you're pointing, losing the signal.
And for people who don't know, like myself, what is OccuSync? Is that the same thing, same antenna, or is that something
DJI technology?
Yeah, OccuSync is just a format. Basically, it transmits the digital signal, but it does it at a certain rate. So that's the bandwidth. So the earlier OccuSyncs would have been lower bandwidth, and the higher OccuSyncs have got more bandwidth. But now what they've managed to do is, because the bandwidth is there, they're using a thing called I think they're using a thing called TDMA, which is time slicing. So instead of transmitting continuously, there's like little gaps in the signal, and there's enough gaps in the signal that you can transmit back when receiving. You can transmit in the gaps back, and it means you can actually have two signals from two different devices transmitting at the same time on the same frequency, but one transmits, then it pauses, then another one transmits, then pauses, and it goes back to the first. So it goes. So there's two things transmitting, and that allows the I think it allows the goggles to do something, because you can have the goggles and the drone, and I think it allows you to time slice the two frequencies together. That's it.
Can't buy them goggles anymore.
You can, can't you?
Yeah.
I did look it up, but I can't seem to find them. We're just getting second hand.
The trouble is, they keep on changing the bloody format all the time. So you've got to buy the latest bloody goggles to work with just that drone, and this goggles to work with that drone, and it's like,
yeah, they've got an FPV version, 500 bloody quid. What?
That's the one. That's the one I've got. Yeah, but I've never used the FPV side of it.
Isn't it the white one? I'm talking about the black one.
Yeah. There we are. Dinkin was saying they had the pigtail antennas and circular antennas. I think that those circulars, right? What's the name? There's a name for them, but the circular antennas actually mimic being a much larger antenna, because what do they call it now? Is it mag something? But you can have, if you have a circular antenna that's tunable. You tune it in, and it can pretend like as if it's a 50-meter long antenna, but it's only a very small antenna, and that's why they had the circle there along with the two smaller ones, because that circle is pretending to be a massive antenna. That's the way it appears electrically to the but they're very directional as well. When you do that, when you make it circular, it's very directional, which is why they used to have two of them perpendicular for direction finding antennas on ships and aircraft. They would have one antenna which was a circle going this way, and they'd have one going that way. So they'd be crossing each other. So they'd be like a circle this way and a circle that way. And the two antennas, they would then be connected into a piece of equipment. And whichever was the strongest way the direction was coming, it would say, ooh, that person is over there. Ooh, that signal's coming from over there. And when they're flying along, they could direction find. So they'd say, oh, right, that German transmitter is probably coming from that mountainside over there. Or that frequency of that person who's distress frequency, they transmit on the distress channel. They can go, oh, he's probably in the water down there. His aircraft's ditched over there. And they can actually direction find to go, he's over there.
There's the name of it on the screen. I can't read it.
Omnidirectional antenna. Yeah.
That's the one.
Isn't that a type?
Be back in a second. I just need to stretch my leg and getting cramp again. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
Isn't that a dipole antenna? Does omnidirectional?
Dipoles are they're not they go out in a polar pattern, so they go out like a donut, but they don't transmit much above them and they don't transmit much below them. So they go out like a big donut. Yeah, a true unidirectional antenna has to be slightly different. It has to be like a V, or there's other types of things, and it depends what height as well. Because if you have an antenna and it's close to the ground, it tends to do a polar pattern that goes up towards the sky. But if you increase its height, it then goes out towards the horizon. They change. So it depends how close to the ground you are, how the magnetics kind of disperse. So people think that sometimes they put these television transmitters up really high so they can see your house, and it's kind of part of to do with it, but it's also because if they put that television transmitter close to the ground, but you could still see it from 50 miles away, because it's close to the ground, but you're still 50 miles away, there's going to be a little bit of curve of the earth. They could do that, but the thing is, the signal would tend to go whoop and bend up. So the higher they get, the more it goes straight or curves with the earth instead of going flipping up. The signal doesn't flip up. I could be talking out of my arse here, but I have read this in my ham radio things. But yeah,
you're wrong, Matt. It's a flat Earth. So there's no
flat
Earth.
That's it.
You keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like flat Earth.
Yeah, there's so much science and technology out there that it's mind-boggling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And people are going on about saying that we might even have a time machines at the moment, the present time. It's just, even if they do exist now, just how much people thought of how to do this and how to do that, just to get it working on the right levels or stuff like that. Know what I mean? Yeah. Unless someone came back from the future and told them how to do it.
Yeah, and I wonder if we're clones already on Mars.
You never know.
You never know.
Just
Could
might
be
be
a clone come back in the time machine.
You don't hear
might
much
just be a
about
computer
Alice.
program.
Was it? What was that thing you called? The first clone pig. What was the name of that? Was it a sheep?
What was it,
Dolly
Doug?
the sheep, wasn't it?
Sheep.
Yeah,
Dolly the
Yeah,
sheep.
Dolly.
Don't hear much of that these days, do you? They fall
Yeah,
out.
did they ban it after that?
No, but Dolly died quite young, which they didn't do. Like,
Yeah.
shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah.
That's why they didn't say it too much. Yeah.
Well, they're doing it with
Yeah.
humans now. They had to try it on the animal first. Yeah.
Oh, look, Explorer says he was trained at Chicksands, which I believe, right, was a massive antenna, which they call the elephant ring, because it was just this huge ring of an antenna, and it was used for intelligence work. But they had a massive bunker underneath. It was absolutely huge bunker where everybody was actually doing all the work. It was all underground at that place. Now, guess what? The antenna's gone, but the bunker's still there. Yeah.
Making a brew, is it a microwave? Or is he making something to it? Hey, ducks.
Can't be worse than a 30-mile antenna.
I know, it's
Explore
crazy, that.
Norfolk. You should get in touch with me, man, because I've never actually spoken to anyone who's been in that bunker. But I bet if you were there, you probably went in it, and I would be interested to know, because I've heard stories from people about it, but I've never spoken to anyone who's actually been in it.
Mate, you can actually
And
get
I'm
into
fascinated by that.
So what's in that place now? Is it just sealed off, or is it? Was
Oh
it
no,
sold
no!
off?
It's all hush hush intelligence work.
Still,
going on there,
is
apparently.
it operational?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
All right.
it's all
well,
hush hush.
Yeah.
Go to the red door.
Yeah.
Well,
So I've been told anyway.
You can't get to that red door now, can you?
No.
You can if you've got a battery-powered angle grinder.
Yeah, and also getting armed police.
You don't agree with that, listen to this one.
Well, or a petrol one, I think would be better, because to be honest, you need one with a disc that big to get anywhere near that. You know.
If you knew a fireman that had the jaws of life, that just like, yeah, that's it.
Oh, I don't know whether Jaws of Life would touch that, because that's solid. Those doors are solid. Do you know another thing that might be the best bet is to drag down a plasma cutter or a oxyacetylene, because to get through metal like that.
Is it something like this? This took nearly 10 discs to cut all of that.
Yeah.
Or do what they do while they're in the mine. Use them little sticks with a bit of wire on.
They're my place.
I found something out about, because I was looking into this thing, because I mean, I used to say, I've been accused of having angle grinders, folks, but I have had a lot of equipment over the years, including a petrol disc thing, big bloody thing, the noisy bastard. I've had one of those in the past, and yeah, I got angle grinders. But the thing is, like Brandon was saying, you burn through those discs at a rate, like those small discs. You don't half burn through those discs. So I was looking at it, I was like, so why do they go like that then? And I was watching a YouTube video on it, and they said, you're using them wrong. You're only supposed to just gently rest the disc against the metal that you're cutting. And it's supposed to take you 10 times longer, but that disc will last you months. It's like it'll hardly go. But if you do what most people do and you push, you get a lot of sparks, a lot of metal melting, but it don't half go through the disc quick.
Yeah, my mate's dad used to use them in the 90s on cars. He used to grab
I'd use a plasma cutter, like you said.
Also, it depends how thick the disc is as well, because if it's a 2mm disc, it takes longer to cut and lasts longer, the blade. But obviously, if it's a 1mm disc, it's nice and thin, it cuts through like butter, but it just disappears the disc, like you say.
The thing is,
that's like any power tool. You take your time, don't you? It's like when you're using a jigsaw. You don't cut in wood.
Yeah.
You don't rush it, do you?
Yeah.
You just let it work itself. You just guide it.
Now, just get a plasma cutter. It's easier.
Well, like I say, them little sticks with little fuses coming off. Yeah, what you light and run. A couple of them around there.
Oh, I thought you meant like the water finder thing.
No, not them type of sticks. I mean, the ones that you're not allowed.
Basically like, what the fuck was that?
The ones what the miners use
Yeah.
to make big holes in rocks.
Yeah.
Nitroglycerine. Or gunpowder. I don't use gunpowder.
Something
anymore.
like that, yeah.
Well, if anybody wants to know whether or not they really are using the underground base at Rudlow Manor, the Rudlow Manor Site 2, not the mansion house, the big base which is like GCHQ 2 now, right? Yes, they are, because of course now they've secured that door and they got the cameras up, and people are like, oh, but are they really using it? Well, they probably are using it because they sent people down all the air shafts the other day. They had teams going down there checking the air shaft, the quality of the air shafts, because of course they're taking air in and blowing air out. It's like a constant circulation of air. So they need air down there. Well, if they go, because there's people down there. If there's no people down there, you don't really need air down there.
No,
true.
So there's people down there. They're doing shit down there that they don't want people to know about. Otherwise, they wouldn't be interested in worrying about those air shafts and the quality of those air shafts.
Yeah, I think the last one I watched of yours, Matthew, was with, I think Gav was on it. Gav from Wales. You went down somewhere. You had to climb over this 4x4 timber thing, I think, over this gate bit.
Is that the Fortin Down one? Fortin Down one.
I think there was about 4 of you, and you was guiding where to put the leg on one of them.
Are you talking about the underground bunker, the Navy bunker, where we went to the Travelator and we had to go underneath it down the?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's Monk's Park. That is. Yeah. That's highly secured now. That place.
You said
they saw our videos.
Yeah. Asbestos bits and packets and stuff, weren't they?
Yeah, but I got contacted by the owners of that, and they said, like, you know, oh, we're sort of like we're a bit worried about seeing people going down there and all that. And they kept on talking to me about being worried and you know, being careful about the electrics and all this. Yeah, but I said to him in the end, I said, like, guys, you've not told me not to come. So I said, you do realize I can go back, because you're talking to me about the risks and all this sort of stuff, but you've never said don't come. I said, unless you tell me I'm trespassing and not to come back, that gives me the wrong impression.
Yeah.
And then he went, oh, you are trespassing, please don't come back. But he didn't say it to me. I had to literally tell him, like, by the way, if you're mailing people telling them you don't want them there, you have to actually say it, you know, not go on about how it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You actually have to say the words, trespass, don't come back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder why they're reconditioning all the bunkers. It's very weird.
They're very good. They're very good for storing things at a constant temperature where you do not have to pay a bill for cooling. So wine, cheese, things like that. The bill for keeping somewhere like that cool on the surface is going to be astronomical, you know. But if you go underground, it's 13 degrees, solid 13 degrees. All throughout the year. The only thing you have to worry about then is moisture. So you might have to
I was going to say, wouldn't a place like that?
Server.
Wouldn't a place like that be good for a server if you have dehumidifiers in there?
If you have dehumidifiers, yes, the temperature is cool, but you still got to pay for the dehumidifiers to be on. I mean, they're very moist environments, so you've got to be careful because you don't want that moisture getting in the electronics. But
is that on?
Yeah. Very good for wine storage, though, you know, because you're not really worried about the labels on the wine. You're just worried about keeping it cool.
They used to grow mushrooms, didn't they, in that one at Harper Hill?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
And at Bradford on Avon, that one that they had the cannabis grow room in it.
Oh, is that one where they had the gym? Yeah, the gym.
That's right, yeah.
White walls.
Yeah, wow.
And a certain Urbex, whose name shall be not mentioned, set fire to the little house that they were living in underground.
That little bedroom inside.
A little bedroom, yeah, set fire to that because reasons, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, you know the ROC post I took you to, Matt, near me?
Mm-hmm.
Some kids have burnt that out as well over the weekend.
Fuckers.
Jesus.
They set fire to the bunk beds, the mattresses.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
He said a message to me, didn't you, before about that?
Because the golfers were there. He was going off the red. I was saying, "Oh, get out of there!" And I was going off.
I was going to say, is it the one on the golf course?
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks!
Yeah, because
No, if you could dig one of them out, you could sell that to someone.
I know. I did say that to him. I said, "Look, I'm not here to vandalise it. I'm pissed off myself because I was showing my mates, and I'm pretty upset that it's been burnt out." They said, "Yeah, it was kids who done it on the weekend."
What did you say, Carl? You just need to get warm.
Cold War bunker. Say again.
Did you say that you were just there to get warm from planes?
Yeah. And do you know what else they said? They said 2 weeks ago we found 2 people in the bunker. On the golf course bunker.
Yeah.
And they said they were out the head. They had to get an ambulance. And one of them said, "Yeah, they were on that bloody spice thing. They was on that spice."
Spice? Yeah. Oh my God! Don't have it Domino's pizzas again with chili on, mother.
Go through Manchester Town Centre.
Spice off that. They don't have it down here.
Go in Manchester Town Centre. You guarantee you see a spice that just monged out somewhere.
Yeah. Is that them little aerosol cans?
Hey, I tell you what to look up. There's a guy who goes around Kensington, Philadelphia, in his car, just filming all these spice heads on the street. Oh, it's terrible. They're just like zombies, just stood there. I don't know they balance.
Is that them little cans that they have?
No, that's the funny gas. Them ones. That's the what gas is that?
Nitrogen, isn't it?
Oh, laughing gas.
Yeah, what's it called? The real name?
Nitrogen, isn't it? That.
Is it nitrogen? It has a name.
Well, laughing gas is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide.
That's it.
It's the same stuff you use in the cars to make the cars go.
There's loads of them about, isn't there?
Oh, no.
They used to use it in the dentist, didn't they?
Yeah, they still do.
Yeah, I remember that. Now they didn't do it after a certain
laughing gas.
Yeah.
I was looking at it's called Entonox. If you ever go into hospital, they got oxygen, and they got another one, and they got Entonox. And if you see Entonox and you see one of these, you see one of those, right?
I don't remember.
And you plug a little thing in there, get the gas mask on, turn that on till the little thing pops up about there, and you'll be well away.
Gasometer.
Yeah. I remember going through birth and having the gas. You know what I mean?
You were having birth. You were giving birth, were you?
I went through birth twice, mate. Went through birth twice. And the gas in there was nice. Yeah. I weren't in pain.
Was it? What were you giving birth to? Was it a rather large turd that got dislodged or something, and you just needed some?
No, it wasn't me giving birth. Giving birth. I was just there, giving through the birth. I was there at the birth, yeah. Kids.
I had some myself.
Yeah, I think a lot of survivors do that.
Yeah, just sit there in the room like
I've
that.
never been like that.
I have.
The kiddies do it a lot. I mean, I've bought them. You can buy the little silver things for making cream.
Yeah,
and you could buy a load of those, about 30 quid for about 100 of these little capsules, and you just get the old you get the cream thing, and instead of putting cream in there and then go and just like put in the Nox in there to make the cream, you just do it into an empty canister, and it goes into the canister, and you let it warm up a little bit, and then you just get it into a balloon or just pop it in your mouth and just go and it's like wait for about 10 seconds and be like, whoa.
Yeah, we do not recommend you to do this. No. We don't recommend you to do this.
No. And then you talk like Joe Pesci. You talk like Joe Pesci after that.
That's helium.
You do, yeah. No, that helium you go higher, and Nox you go lower. Nox is lower. You speak down here.
Like Terry Wogan goes higher.
I'd love to get hold of that gas and just speak on the live stream, and everyone's like, "What the fuck's he on?"
Also, helium is lighter than air. Nox is heavier.
Yeah, if you use the gas too much, it can stretch your vocal cords and snap them.
Oh, shit. That's shit.
Wow.
So
listen, this was a very in-depth live stream with this. It was down there.
Hey, nice one.
Yeah, we got all the top information here for Urbexing.
Yeah, we got the big stuff and we got the little stuff too. Especially in the silver canisters.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, when we go, the thing is, if you're an urbexer and you go into places, what do you see on the floor all over the place?
Needles.
Exactly, yeah.
Those little canisters. So it shows you what people have been up to in these old abandoned offices and shit. They're all over the floor.
There was a warehouse I was in the other day. That was just needles everywhere.
Oh,
I was like, let's make sure I don't fall down on that. That would hurt.
yeah.
And worse.
I know they've got an addiction, and fair enough, some people can't get away from that addiction. But at the end of the day, I can understand you getting out your head as your jab, but when you come back round, tidy the mess up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're just thinking, though, aren't they? Just thinking where the next fiver's coming from. Probably.
That's it. Oh, I'm off. I'm not that stone now. I need another hit. Right.
This was in Birmingham.
Leave all that crap there. It's got nothing to do with me now. That. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
some people who are skanking off their heads, they're only thinking about who can they steal something off next, which shop can they go in, and what can they thieve. Because they're not working. Their brains are not working on the same wavelength as you or I. They're just like, what can I steal so I can turn it back into a £5 note, so I can give it to the drug dealer, so I can jack up round this corner in this laneway again. That's all they're thinking about.
Them little gas canisters, they actually sell a proper, like a new version of a screw on top, don't they?
Well, like a micro one.
Don't know.
Yeah, I parked in the lane.
Like one of these.
It's all coming out now, Urban lad.
It was just like all full of all these canisters. I felt like I were in a creamer. You know what I mean? There was just canisters everywhere. And then there was this like device that obviously screwed on top, and it was like all squashed by a vehicle. So, and I was like, "Ooh, look what that is!" You know what I mean? I was really excited.
I just read that then.
It's funny that.
Is it a bit like one of these but smaller?
Jeez.
It's a paintball gun, man.
Oh, right.
Have a look at this, right? I was looking because there's a bunker which was a World War II. Yeah, that's me. It's in Sennan in Cornwall, right? Have a look at this now, right?
Wow.
This bunker was a World War II operations bunker. Look, it's been converted into a place you can rent. Look how posh that is, right? Nice. Yeah, that's the bunker from outside, look.
Wow.
That's the bunker from outside, and that's the view in the air. What else have we got? What else we got? What inside? It looks really nice.
Get inside.
Inside's really nice. That's the thing. Have a look inside. Look at that.
How much is it to buy?
Here, Matt, is that on Airbnb?
Cottages.com, but it's 845 quid for 7 nights. But that's not bad because you consider how many people you can get in there. Right.
Yeah, that's not bad, isn't that? 800 odd quid.
It's about £100 a night, and if you got 5 of you, that's like less than 20 quid a head. You know what I mean?
Plus, it says something about what's that saying there? £160 discount and 2 pets stay for free.
Yeah, 2 p. Well, that's nice of them, isn't it? You can have your pets for free. That's like saying if you're pregnant, your baby in your stomach can come in and watch this movie for free.
Make it
it's like what we call it. Is it when we're going? Then we'll go, and I'll just buy a dog. A dog's not just for Christmas. It's to go in a little bunker.
Maybe we just dress you up in one of those furry suits as a bear or something. I got a squirrel suit. I get that out. And you go, it's my pet squirrel.
I'll take a horse and just say that's my pet. It doesn't say dogs or anything. It just says pets.
Does the packaging count?
Pig. House pig.
Me and Carl could dress up as one of them pantomime horses.
Yeah.
I'm in front end.
They provide hand soap and sanitizer. Wow, that's good, isn't it?
Honestly.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, out of today, the only thing I have wanted all day, I've been craving for it, were hand sanitizer and soap. And, you know what I mean?
I'll send you some.
Yeah.
I've got loads.
I've got a 5-litre bottle of it.
Some of these places are quite good because they got all the stuff. They got like television, tumble dryer, washing machine, Wi-Fi for your internet. So I mean, you can have a really, these places when you work out what you get compared to a hotel, they actually work out quite cheap. I mean, Dan Dixon got me on. Dan Dixon got me onto this. They just go like 4 of them and they get an Airbnb, but what you get in them for a night is much better than a hotel.
Yeah.
Spend 100 quid or 150 quid and it's worth it, because you're getting like top quality, like a sound system in there and everything, and it's like really big TV and lovely furniture, and it's just it's a lot better, really, I think, getting an Airbnb than going for a bloody small crappy 40 quid travel lodge crap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, they do look a lot better though, don't they? Like you say, a place like that.
I was looking. There is an ROC bunker. I can't find it, but it was up the other day, and you can hire an ROC bunker, which has been done out as a thing overnight. You can hire it out a couple of nights. But I was thinking it's a bit depressing, isn't it? There's a hole in the bloody ground,
I'd like to do one into a music studio. That'd be good.
Airbnb, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Everyone must have seen or heard of Last of the Summer Wine.
Yeah.
I went up there with the kids a couple of years ago, and it was showing them where Compo lived and Nora Batty. And then as we showing them Nora Batty's house, this woman goes up the stairs and into it. And as she's going in, she turns around and looks at us and says, "Do you want to come in and have a quick look?" And we went, "Yeah." She went, "You're only coming in the first room and see all these pictures all over the wall of all the cast and stuff." And she says, I said to her, "Do you live here?" She went, "No, I don't live here. You can hire the place and as a, like you say, little refuge or holiday home or something."
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So that's pretty cool, we thought. It's amazing what's out there, what you can hire, what you don't expect to be out there, you can hire.
Hotels are not cheap.
So you didn't have that on video neither?
What do
You
you say?
can hire Kelvin and Hatch. You can hire Hack Green. You can have them overnight, and you got the whole place to yourself. You can do ghost things there, or you can have them overnight. It'd be a great thing, like as an Urbex convention, to hire one of these places out and just have it totally to yourself, and then run a convention in one.
I remember you saying last year, I think it was, Matthew, didn't you say you're best looking on these websites where they hire out locations like for movies and stuff like that?
Yeah, but they're usually locked down.
Well, they can be. They're usually huge, aren't they? They're massive open warehouses and things like that and spaces.
Yeah.
But
Could go and explore.
What was that one used? What was that film location with all the gravestones in the plane and that? What's that used for?
That was for a drama, and
drama was it?
And I think before that, a zombie film drama. And I think before that or after that, it was just used for one of these scream fests.
Like a scare night thing.
Yeah, scare thing. Yeah, fest.
What, Scream Fest?
Scare fest, scream fest. Yeah,
that was pretty good actually.
Yeah, and then maybe paintball after that. Yeah,
I see.
You all went for the Mad Mooch afterwards, didn't you?
Say again,
Alex. You all went for the Mad Mooch after that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Do you enter the maze again or not? Or try to?
Oh, we didn't bother in the end.
Hey, they were brilliant there, weren't they?
Different ways.
Matthew got loads on film, didn't you?
Somebody that was with us was going to a wedding. One of them lived down where basically Lucy was down that end, so she couldn't hang around. So it's just me and Liam and who was it? Melissa. In the end,
yeah.
We didn't do it in the end. It would have been cool.
Macclesfield Magpies in.
Bit stupid. But...
They've been in for a while.
Somewhere around the south side of the M25, somewhere near.
Yeah, we went there, Macclesfield Magpie. We went there to that graveyard place. Sorry, Buffy.
Yeah. So somewhere like down near the M25, it's been used on things like Red Dwarf and other TV series, and it's a mock cowboy village.
Oh,
And it's
right.
just there, and it's, you know, like it only ever gets used once in a blue moon, but it's like hidden away. And if you get there, it's like it's all done up, like, you know, wooden buildings and whatnot. And I got a funny feeling I went there, and I'm not sure. It's probably on it's probably on my channel somewhere, because I have this memory of actually going there.
Is it still there?
I think so. Yeah, still there.
Well, I bet you a lot of people now is jumping on the website having a look, seeing if they can find it.
I'd love to check that out.
I was watching an old KLF, or was it Doctor Who and the TARDIS video, and it was showing you about a World War II pillbox, Salisbury Plain, around there.
No.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to shoot off. Yeah.
Okay, mate.
Thank you to everybody that's come in the chat. Thanks to the panel. Sorry, Will, what happened with me and Tom, but you know what I mean? I'll talk to you later about what's happened with that. But
Yeah,
you know, like, respect everybody that's coming in and everybody that's donated or whatever, you know what I mean? Everybody that's been in the chat, thank you very much for joining, Will, and that is
Thanks
a good
for donating as well, mate. Had me live before. Thanks, appreciate it.
Don't worry about it, bud. You know what I mean?
Started a donation war, that did.
I know it started a donation war.
It was, yeah. It was. I went on a live stream with other people as well, on a private live stream, and we all had a bet that we could beat each other. It's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, right. Take care, guys. I would love to stay and chat a bit longer, but I'm up at 3 bells in the morning, so yeah, stay safe, everybody. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you all later. Take care, guys.
Right, cheers. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
And now it's 4.
And he's muted.
Yeah, muted yourself, Matt. Hello, Matt.
Okay, well, I'm muted.
Sorry. Yeah, the place does exist, and I'll tell people where it is. So if they want to go and explore it, they can.
Which one's this?
It's called Laredo Town, right? It is private, right?
Oh, I can see it. I can see where it is. I'll go, and yeah, no one else can go.
Yeah. And you can see it's been used in movies. It's been used in television programs, but it is private, so you'd have to sneak your way in there, and quickly sort of mooch around and get out. But it's not available to the general public. It's strictly a film location. But you'll always get your one chance to trespass before you get booted out. So there we go.
Oh, whereabouts?
They don't like telling people where it is, so they say it's for hire and all this sort of stuff. But you have to do a bit more searching to find out where it is. I found out where it is. It's off the M25. It's really, really close off the M25, and if I remember correctly, it's not far from Heathrow or Gatwick. It's one of those.
Some random TV should go and explore.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Laredo Town location. Right. This is how easy it's going to be to find out where it is, folks. Location. That's location UK.
Then you get there and the whole place is burnt down. Like, I wouldn't leave it like this.
Location UK.
This looks like the one from America as well. Fighters did one in America. Not fighters.
Longfield, Kent countryside. Longfield, heart of the Kent countryside. Let me see if I can find it for you now, folks. So you see how my skills of shit out.
Zoom in on your maps and find it.
Right. Longfield. Let's have a look. Longfield. There we are. So let's go satellite view. And it's in somebody's back garden, it is. It's like it's like tucked away.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find it. Pindon.
Was that it then near the red dot?
That's the middle of Longfield. So
where's the M25 from there, Matt?
Bit to the right, I think.
M25 would be
miles.
It's Chatham. Oh, it's just down there. M25 is going to be off to the left, then, isn't it? Dartford, M25's there, and Longfield is there.
No,
Let's see if I
don't
can
think
find
that's Matt's.
Lorido, Longfield. No.
I don't think
hang on,
Matt's.
say
I don't think
Cowboy
Matt.
Longfield.
Matt, I don't think
Yeah.
your location was on that map then, was it?
Was it?
That's what Epic Moments was just saying.
No.
No.
I've set my my home location as not the right place in my village because I've done that before. Yeah, no, it's not set to my home location in the village anymore. It's set to off the side of the village. But thanks for pointing it out. No, it's not. Oh, where is it then? Where is it? Where is it? It's definitely out in the trees somewhere, out like just on the side of town.
Yeah. You know, usually how you can find these places, you know, when you click on where the road accesses are when they light up blue.
Yeah.
When you zoom in or out a little bit, sometimes you see like green, blue little dots, don't you? And that's where people have taken pictures, isn't it?
What about geolocation? I have no idea how to do that.
Let's see.
Use that
Let's
shit.
see. Longfield Cowboy location. Longfield Cowboy location. See, we got that. Inside Britain's only Wild West town that's hidden. Right. Oh, Laredo town in Forcombe near Longfield destroyed.
Oh,
a blaze ripped through it. A blaze ripped through it, folks. Oh no.
Bloody hell. When was that?
So you probably can get to it now because it's all bollocksed. Oh look, it's up in flames. Oh shit.
I wonder who did that.
That means
I wonder what's your name. Not saying no names.
Another disaster movie.
That must have. They probably claimed it on insurance.
Forcombe. Sorry about swearing on your live stream, mate, but Forcombe in Longfield. So let's type in Forcombe. Hang on. Fawkham. Forcombe, Longfield. Forcombe. So there's Forcombe. So where's this? Where is it then? It's around here somewhere, folks.
Look for a brown patch.
What's that? Look.
Oh, look at that. Scattered about everywhere.
Dirty place.
That looks like it's burnt out there.
Yeah.
To the right.
Where?
Like it's burnt out further down, lower.
That bit, yeah. That's a bit messy, isn't it? But it's hard to say what that is.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Forcombe then. So Forcombe.
He likes saying that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I just call it fuckum. That would do.
Oh.
Sorry, Will.
Now. Come on, where is it? Give up your gold. Come on. Where is it? It's got it is somewhere in like look.
I try on Google Maps.
That looks like it.
Google Earth.
I reckon. That's it. That's it, tucked away in the trees, look.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Google Earth would be pretty cool.
I'm going to try and do that and then click on the blue where the road access is, and sometimes it'll
show pictures.
Yeah, I'll do the blue dots. You can click on the blue dots where people are taking photographs. And it
There's
zooms
Ultimate War Games are nearby as well there, look. Yeah, I don't think they want people knowing it's there, though. That's the thing.
I wonder if they've moved location.
Well, they probably, because of the... Oh, there we are. Look, that's the War Games place. Look.
Oh, yeah.
That's that.
Hey,
so maybe that is just War Games and it's not the... maybe it's not that thing then. Let's see whether we can find it then. If we say Forcombe Cowboy, F-A-W-K or F...
You're at Mick J's address. Mick J lives there.
Yeah.
Oh, he would live there, wouldn't he?
Yeah. The Culture Trip, the Mirror, Atlas Obscura. I wonder if this has the location. Look at it, it's cool as hell, man.
Shame it's burnt down.
Yeah. I wonder when that got burnt down.
There's no running water or electric. So you've got to...
have a bath in a tub.
Yeah, it was inherited by her father. He died at 84, and she got to own it. And yeah,
Mm.
it's a pretty mad place, though.
Yeah.
That would be a good place. I mean, the thing is, all right, it's burnt down, but not all of it's going to burn down. Just a portion of it, isn't it? There's going to be some bits that are still left because I mean, the
because
fire
it's scattered
wouldn't-
about. It's scattered about, so I
Yeah.
can't see the blaze being spread everywhere. So there will be some different bits still to have a look at.
It depends if they haven't like bulldozed it down and reused it.
Yeah.
Be worth a mooch, though, wouldn't it?
It's funny though because they like here we are, Laredo. That's 2010. That is. Contact us on blah 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 blah. So anyone else in the chat got it? Has anyone else found it yet?
Yeah,
I
Mick J
haven't found it yet.
Mick J lives there.
Forkham Village Hall. So what's down over here then? That's a house. I love doing this. So I love mooching around on Google Maps.
Yeah,
it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I get loads of pieces of toast and a cup of tea, and I just sit there for ages.
Let me try Google Earth's one. You can actually see the 3-dimension of the buildings.
Yeah. I wonder whether this was it. 3 Gates Road. Let's have a look at what's going on by here then. If we come on the lane here, look.
Doesn't that look like it's burnt out there then?
Yeah.
Looked very dodgy, that did.
Oh, sorry, I was talking with the mic off.
Whose was that dog?
Call then. Sorry about that.
I think there was a sheepdog then.
Yeah, that looks like it could be it because look, there's scaffold up and various things. Look, it's that could be it.
Yeah.
The Roost.
The Roost.
That's called.
There's
the Roost.
Where's the dog gone? There was a dog there on the corner. There he is.
Yeah. His tail has become detached. Look.
They've had heavy vehicles there anyway with all them potholes.
Do you know, I've never seen a Google Earth vehicle before. I know it's got a massive camera on top.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen one, no.
No, I've never actually... Well, I've seen a picture of it. I've not seen one in real person.
I've seen a few of them, me.
Looks like an aircraft site.
Proves they don't go out much.
Yeah, that looks a lot more like it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that the West?
That's it.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
That's got to be it. Look, you've got like a little church tower.
Church,
and I bet you if you look at photos, you'll see that tower in some of the photos.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some photos then inside the place. I bet you'll see something that's got the tower on it. No,
Yeah, there.
not quite.
Yeah.
Oh,
the tower on.
Or a bank.
We should just not quite. Let's just do an image search then. Laredo Cowboy Kent, and let's just do image searches. Yeah, okay. So what do we got?
Yeah, there's that view there, the second one on the bottom.
Yeah, look, that's the layout of it. Look.
Yeah, that's that layout.
So you see the layout there?
Yeah.
It goes along. Let's have a look if that matches up to the what we've got here then.
Yeah.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It curves around a bit as well.
And this white one sticks out in the middle.
Yeah, this very first building has got a thing on the roof. So let's have a look then.
Yeah.
So
my Google Maps is just messed up, or it just doesn't know where they're.
Yeah, see, it curves around a bit at the end. Yeah. I think they've changed bits of it.
I can't even fucking find it on my Google Maps.
Do you want me to put a link in the thing so everyone can go to it? Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's put a link. Share. Copy link.
Oh, just found it as you said that.
All right. There you go, folks. So now you can all have a mooch.
It looks like somebody...
Thing is as well, if they took the resolution out of normal Google Maps, but if you go to Google Earth, the resolution is better normally. Oh, actually, I just put the... see if it'll give it to me. He doesn't understand that. Look, F8 Forkham Longfield.
Good night, Urban lad. Catch up soon, mate.
Oh, it's in Essex. Well, just
See if I can find it quickly again now. See,
Literally
I have to
just
look it. I'll have to have a look back now to see where it is. So it's got that and that. Right, okay, I'll find that quickly now. Forcom.
He likes saying that, doesn't he? Whereabouts do you live? Forcom.
It's not easy to spot.
No, it ain't.
I've lost it again now. Oh, look.
Found it again. Tree Green Road. No, Tree Gate Road. Gates Road, I think.
Shit. I had it. No, I bloody lost it. Hang on. No, I haven't lost it.
There, Matt, else you never find your way home.
Why don't I yeah, what have I done? I've cocked this up, haven't I?
My camera's gone half.
Where it says Falk.
Oh,
that's that main field, the main bushes.
Buckham
let me
is not even that big.
I'm gonna put a I'm gonna put a save on that, look, in my Urbex folder. I'm gonna add a note. I'm gonna say Cowboy Village. Cowboy Village. Right. So if I zoom out now, where is it near then? So that's Forcom. The main part of Forcom is there, look. Forcom Electrical Services, and it's just up there from there, look.
Yeah.
So we come back. Forcom Electrical Services. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Now the detail will be better probably now. When you zoom in, should be slightly higher resolution than if we have a look back at this is Google Maps.
Someone's got the YouTube right now.
Yeah. So if we come up, look at the detail of these cows, and look, they're sharper in Google Maps. Look.
That seems like a good place to explore.
Yeah.
Doesn't look easy to get to though.
No,
you'd have to
go
go through these trees.
Lots of fields.
There's the name of the farm. Someone's saying on the screen.
Waterhurst Farm, Kingsfold. Hi, Dave.
It just looks like most of the buildings around here are all just old farm sheds, aren't they? Although, look, somebody's got a sneaky pool over there. Let's put it down. Let's have a look at what it's like on the road to get close to it then. So if you're on the road, you're coming along here, look.
The gap in the tree, you can actually see the church and everything.
Actually come down here, look. And that's the thing. And what does it say? No trespassing.
No trespassing.
Which to me means
you
welcome.
Can see it. You can see it over there, can't you, in the distance?
Oh yeah, look. Yeah, you can see it from the road. Look, I mean, there's no way they're going to stop you getting in there, are they?
No.
That fence is falling down on the right.
I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't come at it from this direction because there's probably hidden cameras up in these trees and all sorts. But if you come from the back,
no, that the forest is.
I'd follow that road around.
End. Yeah. What you do is you come from over here on Valley Road and you walk up the side of these trees. Yeah. Use that as cover, and then get through this forest.
No, down you want.
Oh no, down.
Is there a tree there?
Yeah. Up a bit.
Up.
Left a bit.
Is that a house?
Yeah. So I would come up here. And then come in this way.
What about that building with the red roof? Is that a house?
Or by the primary school, walk up the primary school and through the forest so that you're using its total cover and you just pop straight out then, look. Pop straight out there. Job done.
Yeah, it's probably something you don't want to go with like 50 million people.
Yeah, you'd have to watch this cameras at the primary school.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, they probably wouldn't be. Not in Forcom. They wouldn't have any cameras in the primary school at Forcom, would they? Because they wouldn't be able to get away with it, would they? Forcom.
That's the new word.
Yeah.
Oh,
random TV's not on.
Oh dear. Press the wrong button.
On that note.
But hey, Matt.
I'm supposed to be doing a live stream, but oh well.
Oh yeah.
Not important. You know what I'm like.
Yeah, it's been going on a while, this live stream. An extra half hour than normal, so...
Yeah. It's been interesting. I've not been on a live stream for ages.
Yeah, because you usually finish at like 11, don't you?
Is he back?
Someone's trying to get back on. Make sure it's in first.
Yeah, he usually does it till about 11ish, don't you? Something well,
Yeah.
half 10.
I don't stay on too long myself.
Yeah,
for the live streams.
depending how it's going.
Yeah, that looks interesting place to check out. If it's
Yeah, I
still
hope Jackie's all right. I've not seen Jackie for a bit. She's usually
I got a message before from her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, during the live stream. That's why I have to mute a minute ago.
I've not had the message of Alistair yet.
Well, whenever you guys aren't busy, I quite happily come up to Manchester. I do want to come up there, but
yeah, just let us know.
Not a place I want to check out. But
I'm quite chuffed. Look what I got. I got stickers. Oh, hang on. Bollocks. Got to turn off the thing. Hang on. Camera, and now it's not showing me anything. Right, turn off the background. It won't let me turn off the background, folks. Sorry. Look, I got stickers. Oh. Look, but they look shiny. Look, yeah.
Oh, they're glossy.
Are they PVC?
Vinyl.
Oh, you got vinyl.
Yeah. Vinyl shiny stickers. But guess what? Homemade.
Cool. How much does a sheet cost?
You can buy that
on
Amazon for next to nothing.
I got it from Amazon, and
that's the exact same one I got.
Evergreen, yeah, glossy white vinyl, and these should be able to go on people's cars. So I will. I'm not going to send out whole sheets because it's quite expensive. But what I'll do is I'll send out some of the other like cheap ones I've been doing in the past, and I'll include one that you could stick on your car, like
They are waterproof, but the ink will come off still.
How much would you charge?
It's not ink, it's laser jet. It's laser printing.
Matt, how much would you charge for 2 stickers? I won't mind 2 stickers doing.
I'll put them in the post for you, man.
Can you? Cheers. Yeah, because if they're waterproof, I won't mind having a couple. I'll put one on Anthony's van.
Right. There we are. Look, I got a big one, but that's probably too big for most people's vehicles.
Cool. Stick on your wheelie bin.
Talking of putting stickers on cars, remember that one you stuck on the car near me with all the stickers on it, Carl?
Yeah, but it's faded, that has.
Yeah, it had YouTube stickers and all sorts all over it.
Yeah.
Carl put one on. About 2 weeks later, all the stickers came off. All the stickers.
Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Is this a sick joke?
No, honest to God. Go and pass it now. It's all took. Every single sticker's gone.
It's that exploring Carl's fault.
Yeah, making your own stickers is much better.
Yeah, because they do rip you off, don't they, at these shops? They charge like,
the ones I got, I got 450 quid, and I was like, why did I buy that? Never mind.
Well, 20 sheets for £13, right? Which is not bad. So let's just work that out.
That's good, that, yeah.
Less than the finger sheet.
So by the time you cut them up, you get about 50 odd sort of like stickers.
So 65 pence a sheet, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8 divided by 8. So that means 8 pence a sticker. That's what it's costing to produce.
Wow, that's good.
Then
plus the ones that get mangled.
Plus the ones that get mangled up as well. You've got to remember about the ink charges.
Well, that's hardly anything on a laser jet, to be honest.
It's not like the old ones now, is it? Where it used to be dead expensive for the ink and that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't bother with bloody bubble jet. They're a nightmare, those things.
Oh, is that a bubble jet, what I'm talking about?
No, laser, this is. Laser printing. So it's actually welded onto the surface. So it's actually... this is one that was a bit knackered, but I'll... let me just get some in metal. Like, here's some in metal. And it's like... That takes quite a bit. That's sharp, that is. That's sharp, and it takes quite a bit.
Yeah,
takes quite a bit to get that. Oh, come on, camera! Right. See, it didn't want to come off much, and that was after quite a bit of scratching. So I reckon it might be quite good, because I've said to people in the past, I'm really sorry, but you can't really stick my stickers on your car, you know. But no, I might be able to do that, you know.
Yeah. Hello from Seattle. Hello, Nate Webb. Welcome.
Quite a long
Yeah,
one.
right. Welcome in, yeah. Cool. I'm going to call it a night now, believe it or not. I know we're all having a nice chat and laugh and
Sleepers in Seattle.
yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the live streaming and stuff. So yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, check out the videos that Carl's released tonight, the premiere, and mine as well of the same place. It's the picture behind us.
Brilliant, that was. Yeah,
it's quite a cool explore, and it was the widest bridge in the UK. So yeah, that's a bit of history for you or something. So yeah. Thanks to everyone who's came up on the panel, and thank you to everyone who's left a comment in the chat. Much appreciated. So cool. Catch you all next week. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Cheers.
See you.
Bye bye.
See you all.